Welcome into the Magic Academy, my beautiful magicians, to episode 2 of Call of the Netherdeep with the beautiful villagers of the Mountain Shade Village. I did not get time to prep any announcements, but someone in here did all of this for Twitch, so I'm going to hand it off to Tipsy for our first announcement.
You got this.
Fabulous. So welcome into the second episode of this utter nonsense. We have a total of 8 community streams this week, as well as Churney doing their usual stream at the top of the mountain every single weekday, Monday through Friday from 8 o'clock Central to 2 o'clock Central. So tomorrow we have, and please Churney, yell at me with what I need to know. Churney will be streaming tomorrow at the usual time. In addition, and I'm pulling up the events page. In addition, we have a Get Ready With Me stream. This is Get Ready With Muse, Tilted Muse. This is a great member of our community and a beautiful makeup artist. And she will be demoing Kirinosi Zhu Shanlin, which I hope I didn't butcher that horribly, with hand-drawn scales and fangs. And then tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Central, I will be streaming Date Night. I am playing Boyfriend Dungeon for the second time around. Both my stream and Muse's stream will be in the Discord. Tomorrow, Thursday, we have more Churney, of course, and we are they will be playing Pathfinder as we guide Taylor Greyfort in because Lore rigged the poll. And that night, we have an extra Jackbox night at 8 o'clock Central, hosted by someone who looks a lot like me, named Chaotic Nerd Boy. Friday, we have Maker Morning at 8 o'clock Central, and then our very own Lore will be hosting their stream, Cartographer's Corner, at 7 o'clock Central, and that will be fun as they make more maps. And then we are excited to welcome the return of Leaked Prism to the streaming board on Saturday at 8 o'clock Central Time as he cries more playing Dark Souls getting his butt kicked. His words, not mine. Whew, there's so much going on and it's wonderful, but it's a lot. And then Saturday the 1st at 10:30 Central, we are continuing our Discord watch party of Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power. There's also a bunch of other stuff. Please click the event tab if you are in the Mountain Shade Village Discord. And if you're not in the Mountain Shade Village Discord, why not? Why aren't you here?
Fair enough.
Back to you, Daddy Magic.
God damn it. Yeah, and then we will not be here next Tuesday. On the 4th, we are skipping that first Tuesday of the month to have a break and plan shenanigans. But we will be on the 11th, 18th, and 25th.
We don't need to plan shenanigans. We always have shenanigans.
They're always there.
As you will notice, one of our members is not here today. They are away doing wonderful stuff, but they will return. So we're just gonna. I'm gonna have fun with that. Anyway, okay. With that, I think it's time to start Magic Academy. Last we left off our adventurers. They had traveled across Broken Vale Marsh with their friend Morgid, the goblin, on their way to Fort Venture. They are looking for a goblin advisor to Lord Balful II. This advisor's name is Bol'bora, excuse me. She was last seen harvesting for different materials out in the Broken Vale Marsh and went missing, expected to be captured by the Dwendalian Empire. Our heroes, after fighting off a bunch of spawn cores, were able to make themselves useful to Lord Balful.
Lord Waffle?
Lord Waffle. They traveled across and murdered a bunch of lizards and took their loot, and then murdered a bunch of frogs and took their loot, just so they could sleep.
Are we officially murder hobos?
Oh God, we might be.
We didn't murder anybody. We just assisted them in permanent removal.
Naday and Peter have a whole lot of guilt about
I
this.
actually, we'll get into that later. I told you I have notes.
Oh my God, amazing.
Feeling very tired, they all went to bed very quickly after securing their space. And we woke up, and let's see if Tipsy remembers her line. With Tipsy, or I should say Naday.
Do you think I remember my line?
I remember.
Give me a dang cue.
So good. You said
Fine.
you made food. You said good
yes.
morning,
Huh?
and you made food.
What else did I do, Daddy Match?
I thought I remembered it more than I did.
Gotcha. So the day I only had to trance for 4 hours, so you guys wake up to the smell of very simple food. It is rations, so a lot of hardtack and stuff like that. But I've been roasting, being with Morcella, who is a druid that handles several mushrooms. I definitely have I'm sorry, I'm very distracted by the retrieval food that's going on right now, and it's amazing. I have made just some little bits for everyone's breakfast and said good morning as everyone starts to wake up. And I believe I advised that we make a move sooner than later.
What do you guys do?
Okay.
I think it would be a wise idea to indeed continue onward.
I look at our little goblin friend. What do you think? Are you ready to keep moving?
Yes, yeah, it should be fine. I think we got this. He'll lay out the map in front of you.
You don't seem very certain.
Well, it's been. I took a few hits that last time, but I don't know. I don't really leave. I'm a cartographer, but like, it's a lot easier to cartographize on top of the turtle than it is in the woods. There's a lot of trees and kind of short, so.
I mean, we at least have one person who can sympathize slightly with that.
He kind of lays out the map. It kind of points to a few things. Well, we're right about here. Next to all the purple mushrooms, which you guys like touching a lot. And
I'm sorry?
you guys got really close to them a lot. It made me nervous.
Okay.
I've mapped out a few things. There's a tower to the south of us, and there's a large rock to the Never Eat Soggy Waffles west of us. We still have to go west to find Bol'bora, so where do you guys want to head out to? Who's leading the party?
Did we want to switch turns?
I don't think there is yet need for a switch, but if you would...
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just don't want to be overbearing.
It is up to the group as a whole.
Yes. Are you all
What my accent
right
say.
if I continue to lead?
Go for it.
Zamros, are you all right with it as well?
Oh, he nods. Sorry. I nodded and I thought that was...
No, that's okay. It can be hard sometimes with... the day doesn't always pick up social cues, so there's a moment where they're like, did you nod? Oh, okay, you nodded. Like, and Naday says, I think we need to head to exactly where we think she is.
Yes, this sounds like a good plan.
Which is west.
Okay, that makes sense. Are we gonna go slow or fast or?
We may be advised, and I look at the rest of the group, slow.
I think an average speed would be a little bit more.
All votes for average say aye.
I
Hi.
I think
Marcella's going, I'm just gonna fly, so however fast you guys need to walk.
we would like to go an average speed, if you please, Morgan.
Sorry. It's like, my name's not Morgan. Quality. Oh, okay. So with that, he starts walking out the cave, the cave, and in a day, can you make me a survival check?
Oh, thank God my survival is... Oh dear. Maybe you shouldn't have had me be the party leader, guys. Oh! I'm not kidding. That is a nat 20.
nice.
That's a nat 20.
Woo!
So you walk out of the cave, and you are certain you know exactly where you are, and that will be right here where this map marker is. You are not lost. I'll zoom in just a little to make sure it fills the screen more.
Woo!
So Morgan told us that she was to the west, is where we last saw. She was last seen.
Yes.
So I think that's the way we want to keep going. We want to get as close to where she was, because then we can track where she went.
Okay. So let me know where you want to head out.
I think we go.
You heading straight west?
I think
Down?
so.
Okay.
Oh,
I
would
think
recommend
perhaps
down.
toward the the tower.
Yeah, the tower. We want to head, like a bit of
Or
a
the big-
slight southwest.
Oh, I thought that was a waterfall. Okay.
Marcella goes, is that a waterfall?
I can't see.
I mean, I'm
Literally,
genuinely
leaning
blind
so
anyway, so I was like,
Yeah, we want to go to whatever that thing is.
yes.
Are you headed to it as a location?
As the next land marker, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's okay.
We love a good DM tut.
If you would like a moment to look for things, how far have we walked with that?
About
Is
8 miles.
Each hex is a mile. Okay.
Mm.
Would it be possible to for Peter to go up to Nade while we're walking?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
Cool.
just walking along. Peter.
Okay. Nade, I was thinking this morning. I hope you are not still regretful about the Bollywogs.
There's a moment where I have to compose my thoughts. I do not like to inflict suffering without a due cause.
Then let's. I had the thought, and let me offer you this. Does the mongoose mourn the snake? No. We are creatures all the same, subject to life or death at the whim of others. They fought well, but the mongoose won. The cycle continues. They will return to the earth and give new life to new creations. Don't let your soul hurt too long over this.
So you are viewing it as predator and prey.
Not necessarily. Just part of the cycle, perhaps. It's is when it is a matter of survival. I suppose it is a more complicated question, but we are all creatures the same.
When you say it's a matter of survival, there is a visible flash of pain across my face. And then I very quickly compose myself and say, I suppose you are right. Besides, it is not good to not focus on the task at hand. I appreciate your words.
I fear I may have been misunderstood, and he will like leave you alone for a few minutes.
Today's not like the problem is that my face is so placid
Yeah,
that you
and
can't tell if like I'm upset or
immediately
not.
is like, he's
It's just like,
immediately like, I have no idea if my point came across or not.
you see that Nade looks back and goes, "No, I understood what you." Okay.
Oh, he didn't say it aloud.
Okay, never mind. Nade just goes, "Okay, well, he makes it." Mentally, I'm just like, "Well, he makes a good point," and then I just keep walking.
I thought of the line, "Does the mongoose mourn the snake?"
It's a good one.
I was like,
You just see me mouthing, "Does the mongoose mourn the snake?" And then I go back to Marcella and I go, "Marcella, do you think the mongoose mourns the snake?"
You're not entirely sure mongooses are in Exandria?
Oh.
I love that we question whether mongooses are in Exandria, but in Exandria they still use never eat soggy worms.
Let us have this daddy magic. Daddy magic, please let us have mongooses. Daddy magic, please.
Okay.
Yay!
Yeah. I mean, we're not in the right climate for mongooses.
No, you're right.
Yeah. Marcella's just gonna kind of go, I don't.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And I think we're just gonna go up to what this tower is.
Yes, investigate.
Ahead of you, you spy a mossy knoll rising out of the marsh with a curious standing stone at its center. A jagged, 8-foot-tall monolith of black rock and stone is laced with veins of crystal that shimmer with a strange light.
What color is this light?
It's a faint gray light, I will say.
Can I investigate it, please?
Sure thing. Would you like to make an Arcana or a Religion check?
Religion.
Okay.
Ooh, may I also make a religion check?
Go for it.
Cool. I'm gonna use my special boy dice.
That's a 6.
15.
15.
What are we investigating? Sorry, I
th-
couldn't.
That's okay. We are in Daddy Magic. What are we investigating, Daddy Magic?
You guys walk upon what seems to be a large monolith stone rising out of the ground with crystal veins out of the bottom, shimmering a light gray light out of them.
I got a 6.
I would like to Arcana check it.
Make an Arcana check.
Nade just looks at it and goes, "It's very pretty."
Yes.
23.
Quite shiny.
Jesus. Okay.
Sir?
I have a +5 and I rolled a 18.
Sir?
Yeah, I got a 6, so. Ooh, shiny!
Both Marcella and I with our 6s are just like, "Marcella, this is really pretty. We could.
I
It's
concur.
really pretty."
That's the one big word you guys hear out of Marcella, and she's just like, yeah, I concur. That's really, it's beautiful.
I mean, let's be real. It makes sense that the man who's always writing notes and wants to do research got really good.
Yeah.
And Peter didn't do too badly either. So, Marcella and I are just standing there going, "Shiny."
Yes, I got the 15. We love a +2 to religion because my mom's a demon lord.
So, Peter, all you can tell is that this is some sort of ritual site. You can't tell for who or for what, though.
Okay. That makes sense.
Damaros, you're able to tell that this is a ritual stone that is also an ancient monolith for some dark primordial god that serves modern spellcasters by acting like a focus, often in the form of some type of darker ritual or darker incantation.
Interesting. I share my thoughts on that.
Oh, so
It seems to be, yeah, it seems like it's a religious site.
so
This is.
while fascinating, I don't think it really helps us in what we're doing.
No. I think it is just a fun detail.
Well, I can only imagine people getting great magic from this when they have no other focus for it. Shall we continue? I'm thinking maybe we continue south.
Can everyone make me a perception check?
Oh, always a good sign.
Always a terrifying sign.
Oh, magic. Point of order. I do not do this myself, but I defer to you. Are you giving me disadvantage because it's daytime?
I'm not going to do that for you, no.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Dirty 20 for Peter.
13 for Nade.
10.
Dad's still too focused on the thing because he got a 7.
My passive perception's a 13, so it's not really gonna help me much. But
No, Peter, with the dirty 20, you could tell as you're kind of like walking by the stone that there are a little bit of fragments of belongings on the ground, just kind of like papers. And you also notice that some of the stones on the monolith are pretty loose, as if they could be easily removed and replaced.
Can I take a look at the papers? Do like an investigation check on these?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. Investigation. Shout out to the 2 crew.
Hey!
oh my god,
Do we see Peter leaning down and like looking at stuff?
I'll point them out.
There
are papers and the loose rocks. It's very strange.
I lean down to like kind of help you sort the papers. Can I give him a help action by doing that?
Sure thing.
Ooh, sick.
Well, again. All
right. Let's get better than 2. Shout out to the 3 crew.
No!
oh my god.
As you go down to grab the papers, they're kind of like wet and soggy, and the writing's kind of smeared. You could tell that this is, well, actually, Peter, do you speak Goblin?
I do not. Absolutely
I
not.
speak Goblin if they want to share
Goblin.
Can I can I be
Okay.
like, hey, look at these gross papers? Can someone does someone
Damaris
know
and
how
I
to
can
speak
definitely
Goblin?
take a look. Yeah.
Like I said, the papers are pretty gross, and so they've been here for like 2-3 days, and like the wet, damp swamp has kind of made the ink run. But you could tell that it's of someone who was here was writing in Goblin.
And we know that who we're looking for is a goblin.
I'm proficient in calligrapher's supplies. How's their handwriting?
God damn it, Peter!
How is their handwriting? Yeah.
Or can I not tell with a 3?
I would say that you're impressed that they write so big that you could still tell that it's Goblin even with it smeared.
That's
They're
fascinating.
strange, large. I wonder if whoever wrote this had a large hand.
Mordid, does she have a large hand?
Does who have a large hand?
Comparatively, like, does the person that we are looking for, what size? Is she like a Goliath? Giant?
She's a
Or
goblin
like
like the rest of us. She's
a goblin.
Yeah, so like 4 foot, little hunchback, smells like mildew.
Can you tell me her name again, because my brain is not parsing it for some reason. It was Barb.
Barb.
Barb? Was that her name?
It's Bol'bora.
Guys, we gotta find Barb.
Bol'bora. So, I think I look at the group. If I'm not being presumptuous, I feel these must have been from her, and perhaps there was some sort of struggle.
It's possible.
I think we need to
Well, what did the
See,
paper say?
we can't read them. They're too smeared.
Oh.
But if we follow the trail that was left here, see if there's any footprints, trampled branches.
I think that would be a good way to go.
So we'd like to track her using the items.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you doing that? What are you looking for?
Well, because we see all these scraps and stuff, we want to see if, like, my thought, and anyone else, please weigh in. I feel like all I'm doing is talking.
We had the same thought. Definitely, like following, like looking around to see if there's like a trail of like if there's any like broken branches or like pathfinding indicators, essentially, like disturbances in like the foliage and whatnot.
What were you thinking, Marcella?
Well, yeah, that's exactly in the same line, but since, I mean, Marcella's a druid, can I look for, like, disturbed trees or foliage that isn't laying the way it's supposed to?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll allow it, and I'll say because of the druid background, and you pitched it well enough with advantage.
Yay, advantage! Is it survival?
Survival, nature, or investigation? What do you choose?
I'll say survival or investigation, whichever you want.
Survival.
Advantage.
Ooh, I love advantage.
Oh, that's much better. That's a dirty 20. First one was a 9.
Yeah. So when you look at the ground, you see around the circle the remnants of a casting circle that's been there for about 2 days, and some of the salt starts to get dragged off towards a direction. As some of the foliage in that direction, there's a snapped branch of one of the thorn bristle flowers there, and it's heading in the southwest direction.
That seems like the direction that we need to go in. Southwest.
Yeah, and Marcel's gonna, like, flit around and, like, I don't know the best way to explain that is to flit around. And she's just gonna, like, point and relay all of that information. And see, Peter's right. We need to go that way.
I say perhaps we move our speed to fast. Also, hello, feline friend.
Yes, I think moving a little bit faster, if everyone else agrees, might. It seems there's no emergency.
I think we're going to head southwest in a rapid fashion.
All right. If you're changing your speed, can you, party leader, make another survival check?
Another nat 20. I'm not kidding.
You
Sick.
know directly which way you're headed.
Oh my god. With like a weird confidence, I just zone in and just like, that way. The television. I see Damrose, if you're still entranced by the stone, I'm like, we'll come back later.
Come back later.
Anything else before we head out? All right. Which way are we going?
Southwest. So in the direction of where the broken foliage that Marcella found is.
Are we going towards this big giant cube on the cliffside?
Yes.
Yes, that looks like the way.
Okay.
That might be a fort.
Oh my god!
Ooh, little fort.
It might be Fort Venture.
I cannot get the accent I am trying to do down.
It's good. I enjoy it. I also love.
See, this is why I just don't use an accent.
I love
accents.
You've done an accent for pretty much every character you've ever played, and it's wonderful.
Because I feel compelled to do a intense character voice every time.
You see,
because none of my characters have my voice because they're not me.
See, the problem is I have a total of 3 character voices.
So, as you guys start headed towards, you see, as you guys are starting to whisk towards this way, actually, there's something I'm supposed to say specifically. You start to notice off near the cliff a deep and heavy rainstorm setting over. And as you look a little closer, you realize that that storm is centered over this camp, this fort, directly over it, and it's not really moving. As you hear a big as lightning starts to strike the ground around it. Morgan looks up at the group and I think I should stop here.
What do you mean?
Well, the reason you guys were picked was because you are goblins, so...
Oh, yes, because there was a whole thing about how, like, we aren't goblins, so we won't, There was a whole thing about it. I remember that there was a thing about it, but I've forgotten all of the words.
You're right. There's a thing. There's a reason we didn't go or we came because we're not goblins, but the reason is over there somewhere.
You recall a conversation with Lord Ballfold II where he said that he needed people who are not goblinoids so that if they were caught, it wouldn't lead back to Erzin.
Yes, I remember all this and say it to the group.
I look down at Morden and I say, there is unfortunately not very much I can give or do for you, friend, but I do wish you safety.
Do you want me to wait here, or
If you could make camp here, it would help.
I'll look for a good spot that has some tall grass so we can sleep out of the swamp. That'll probably be best.
Maybe avoid the bullywugs, yes.
Yes, keep away from bullywugs.
Oh, they were scary. Okay, and you'll see him kind of like he's gonna.
Oh no, they were kind of cute.
He's gonna hand you the map that he has.
Who's getting the map?
It'd be to Uniday as party leader.
Okay.
Hands you the map, and you see a look of seriousness come over the goblin's face and go, "Take care of this." And he lets go, and he turns around and patters off.
Well, before he leaves, can I hand him the rest of the good berries? I've got 9 left.
Sure.
They're still good for 24 hours.
Thank you, Marcella. I appreciate it. Kind of pops one back and kind of trots off.
I very gently roll up the scroll so it doesn't get damaged. And I put it in whatever pack I chose that I can't remember. And I look at the group and I say, I would advise sneaking.
Yes, I agree.
I think that we should try to find a place that is not in the main entrance to see if we can sneak in.
So, the swamp gives way to a grassy shoreline beneath the promontory, on which sits a modest stone keep surrounded by tall wooden palisades. Weather-torn Dwindalian fags hang forlornly above the massive front gates and the decorative pikes rising from the keep. Several rows of spiked barricades surround the palisade as a defense against predators of the broken Vale of Marsh. A jagged bolt of lightning suddenly cuts through the misty air keep, striking the edifice as a mighty crack of thunder rumbles off in the horizon. And everyone level up.
Woo!
Yay!
Nice. Nice.
Wonderful.
Son of a...
Do I know how to do that? Yes,
I'm just gonna roll my hit points real quickly.
I'm level 2.
I guess it's a 5.
Manage HP. Okay.
Told you guys it's going to happen soon.
Hang on.
Yay.
So
Level 2. Not a whole lot happens if
what did you just get?
Wild shape.
I also got my first Eldritch Invocations.
Key points.
Oh, and I get to pick my subclass already.
Okay.
Oh, so does this just like happen now?
Yes.
Like, okay, so so while we're doing this, just for everybody's sake, so what you're gonna notice, right? So Marcella looks like the tiniest of mushroom people. just kind of like off to the off to like I don't know what is this called? My arm. On her arm, she's just gonna like you're gonna see one of those like toadstool caps, just kind of like it literally looks like it's coming out of nowhere, but it just extends off of the side, and it's also that that cream in the black color. It's tipped, and then it just closes off under her arm,
like a little sleeve.
yes,
like
like a little sleeve.
Okay, there we go. I am done. Unless I can get more spells. I don't know if I can.
Yes, I'm all set. Ready to rock and roll.
Oh, I do need to add one more spell. Excuse me.
This one.
When you see a truly awesome spell and realize it doesn't make sense for your character build and you cry.
Is it gonna... Oh, it does have the explanations. But these are perfect.
I've been talking to y'all and didn't realize I was muted.
Oh no! What were you saying?
And none of it was important. It was just me babbling about stuff, but I just realized I was muted.
What a mood.
We like hearing you talk about stuff, so we're glad that you were unable to unmute. It's important.
Also, I love that normally in Mountain Shade Village it's torches for whatever, but Charney said books for level up.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I love it! I love this idea. That's wonderful. I'm going to put
instead
some
of
books in the
torches
chat.
Instead of torches for blah, it's books for blah.
Books in the chat.
Books for level up!
Yeah, we haven't actually
Thank
said
you,
on stream that we are the
chat.
Book Brigade yet. They
Oh,
haven't
we are-
formalized that name yet.
We are the Book Brigade.
We are indeed the book.
We're getting
brigade.
there.
We're getting there. We're getting to
I
the
have been
reason
waiting
we're-
for the perfect time to say, so who are you guys?
And we all look at each other and have a moment of, well, Damaros likes books, so I guess.
Everyone has pledged their allegiance to my books.
Yeah.
We protect the books at all costs.
I don't know how to find.
Yeah,
There's the
don't bring your
books.
torches into here. We protect the books.
Torches for a
But-
bedtime.
Protect the
No,
book.
you stay here, Purple Kara. How dare you? Oh, that's right. I swear to protect your books.
Yes.
Okay, so we did establish the reason for it. We just haven't called ourselves that yet.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
One of the things I was babbling about though is that I had been working on fixing my sheet and I finished it like 2 minutes before Magic called, okay, update. So all I had to do was press okay.
Amazing.
Nice.
I didn't know if we were gonna have another fight before that, so I was just like,
No, it's a milestone. You made it through the marsh. That was your milestone.
Wonderful. All right, I am done.
Same.
Alrighty, everyone ready?
Ready?
And for anyone who wants to see Daddy, I'm also dropping him in the chat.
We love to see it.
Yes, I have drawn these things. If you want me to draw you things, hit me up.
Yep, please. Father. Yes, hit up Evelyn if you want.
I told Evelyn he was gonna be a DILF depending on how she drew him. And she goes, I'm probably gonna draw him a little bit DILFy.
They, please.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Yes, I am on the tumblers. I do the draw. It's very
I
fun.
believe all of us use some form of they them pronouns. I use she they.
They, them.
They, she.
But Nade uses it in the opposite order of preference, which is they she.
Although, on stream nights, I will answer to he, him, because Damaros.
Yeah, that's basically how I figure if I'm referring to you in character, I will refer to you by your character's pronouns, but if I'm speaking to you out of character, of course I would refer to you by yours.
Alright, you guys
Mhm.
ready?
I mean, even if you talk to me
Yes.
out of character and you
Yes.
say
Ready.
him, it don't bother me.
Okay. Yeah, we're ready. Daddy Magic, we're ready! Daddy Magic,
Daddy
we're ready for
Magic.
the adventure!
Daddy Magic!
So, you made it to Fort Venture. You guys feel a little bit of inspiration as you level up. I'm about to play 5D chest, but what are you guys doing? How are you guys approaching this?
I want to.
I believe we said stealth.
Yeah, we want to kind of case the perimeter and see what
Okay.
we're dealing with.
So when you look around the fort itself, you see towers, probably a half dozen or so towers around each side. You see right at the front 2 towers, and in between a huge steel gate barricading the front. As you see a wooden fence around. You could tell that the wooden fence is close enough that you probably, most of you couldn't fit through it. And there are spiked barricades along the outside as well.
So we have to climb over the spiked barricade to get through the fence.
You tell me what you want to do.
So
My
If you
belief
want
is-
more information, just ask questions.
can you just repeat the description for me? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely good. So you see a bunch of towers on the outside. You're seeing like about a half dozen towers. Big iron gate right in the front, and the wooden fence that's palisades that surround the fort are pretty slim. That you think that most of you couldn't fit through it. And then you see spiked barricades along the outside as well.
Okay.
Nide.
Are there any humanoids that I can see within range?
As you look to the top of the nearest tower, you see 2 archers standing at the top of the nearest one.
What type of humanoid are they?
They are normal humans. Just humans.
Okay.
Okay.
I look at the group and I say, I admit this is both a strength and a weakness, but I am a pretty good liar. If I can change myself to look like one of them and say that I'm bringing you in as would-be intruders, perhaps we can get an in. The only other option I see is somehow climbing over that barricade and getting through the fence without getting spotted. What do you all think?
I could probably climb over the barricade and stealth in there. That's where my specialty lies. I am very much. I don't know if you
I
tell
can
enough
fit through
of
a
the
space
person.
that's 1 inch by 1 inch.
I'm sorry?
I can fit through a space that's 1 inch by 1 inch.
Okay. I'm going to look at you all and I say,
could-
if... Sorry, go ahead.
I could create a distraction.
I can also serve as the distraction, but I think a distraction is a good backup. I agree.
Demaros has thaumaturgy, so they could make loud
ooh.
noises somewhere else.
I'm
yeah,
gonna stay.
awesome.
We do a bit of a huddle. I say, if we can try to sneak through that fence, Damaros, as soon as we get there, you let off your distraction. And if something goes wrong and I can't get in, I have another plan in my pocket. What do you think?
So the 2 of you are going the distraction route.
No. We're going to... The idea was for all 4 of us to... So I'm just going to say this out of character. The idea I have is for all 4 of us to go to the fence. I'll do it in character. My idea was for all 4 of us to go through to the fence and try to come over it. Thaumaturgy has... How far can you cast it, Damaros?
30 feet.
I believe that Damaros could make a distraction 30 feet away from where we are, and then we can sneak over the fence. I just have a fail-safe in case something goes wrong.
Alright. Yeah, so we are stealthing to the fence, climbing over, and while the thaumaturgy happens, we also climb over the fence.
So first, can everyone make me a stealth check? We'll do group stealth check on this.
Oh boy. I need a dice that won't F me over.
See, I'm so glad that my little rogue heart said fuck using armor that gives me disadvantage.
Shout out to the 2 crew.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Well, I got
Thank
a
fuck
21.
I rolled a natural 20.
Hell yeah.
I'll tell you in about 10 seconds what I rolled. I discovered that I have to basically create a homebrew in order to add the blinded in because it's not on D&D Beyond yet.
But I got a total of 5.
Okay.
21.
Also 21.
12.
Okay.
Reverse 21.
Yeah, boy!
So, are you heading at one of the sides of the fort?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe. Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
an indirect area. So the side is where there's the longest break between the two towers.
Quick thing, Magic, do you need me to roll anything for my thaumaturgy? Because I do have to step away.
No, but can you make me a perception check real quick? Let me know the result.
Yeah. 18.
Okay. I don't have my notes up. Who has a passive perception of 12? All of you. That's right. So as you guys kind of huddle down and start sneaking through, you realize that the grass is still pretty tall, and as you're weaving through the grass carefully, quietly, you spot that they've actually put bear traps out along, and I would say, because you saw them, you don't hit them. And kind of like, I mean, whispering, there's a bear trap. Look out.
Oh my gosh.
Don't step on the bear trap.
And kind of like weaving up, and you're, now that you're in between both of them, you can see that both towers to your left and right have 2 guardsmen at the top of them, just staring. One of them's kind of leaning back, smoking a pipe, and the other one's just kind of scanning out. I mean, they look pretty bored. And as you come up to the palisades, your character sizes, are any of you large?
No.
Nope.
I believe our only large one would probably be our boy who is. Whoa! We are getting like wind tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I think the only large person we have is our large boy who is not here.
Yeah.
I don't think he's technically large.
Yeah, I
though,
don't think
'cause he
any of
is
us are
dragonborn.
technically large. I think we're medium, and except for Marcella, who is small. Small.
As you come up across the spiked barricades, you realize, sorry, this is the barricades. The spiked barricades, you realize that they only pose a pet to threats that are very large. So your entire group, kind of being medium, are able to kind of weave in between the spiked barricades that protect the wall and get up close to the wall. What do you do?
I
I
managed
mean,
that with a 5. I'm amazed. Anyway, please continue.
I mean, Peter is so. There, you said that there was like a fence. I guess what I would like to do is get over the fence.
Okay.
How tall is the fence?
The wooden palisades that enclose the Fort Venture stand over 10 feet high and is topped by huge spikes. The gate in the middle and the east wall is flanked by 2 watchtowers that appear to be the only way in or out of the complex. The parapet of the fort's stone keep can be seen rising from the center of the grounds, and tall grass and knotted brambles partially obscure a wooden path that winds up to the gate. Sorry, I didn't read that.
So this is a 10-foot high wall. That's going to be
You can.
nigh impossible. We can
Can.
try.
I mean, I could definitely. I think I could probably do it because monk. step of the wind, all that jazz. But
I trust Peter. Peter, I trust you, if that's what you want to do.
You going first?
and then I could potentially open a door from the inside.
Hmm.
For like, I could open like a thing from the inside. It's just a matter of if I get caught.
All right.
That might be unfortunate. But I'm definitely willing to try if you could. If you are all willing to put your face in me, I am certainly willing to try.
I definitely don't have the prowess that you do, but I think it is worth a shot.
Okay.
All right, Peter, roll me a athletics check.
Oh, can it be acrobatics?
Daddy Magic! Can it please be acrobatics, Daddy
Please,
Magic?
Oh my gosh.
Please, Daddy Magic.
I'm dying.
If I can't do it if it's I won't do it if it's athletics.
This first check is not athletics, or is not acrobatics.
Oh,
Shite.
I would. If I have to do athletics. Shit.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm usually pretty forgiving, but not this time.
Daddy Magic!
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Okay.
Is it visible, Peter, that you're struggling with this, or like wondering how to approach?
Yeah, boy, where's his emotions on his goddamn face? He's completely uncertain of what to actually do next, because if he doesn't have a way to like do a little like, let me think about what is jump height?
10 feet.
10.
The palisades are 10 feet high. Little over.
Okay. Jump height 5e. Hold on. I'm gonna see how high I can jump. Oh wait, I think it's just it says jump distance. Would that apply to jump height? Or are those two like
typically
very
those are
separate things?
distance typically means lateral distance.
Yeah.
A day?
I look at Peter and I say, I have a plan if you will trust me. I look at the guard who is smoking his pipe. Is he on the closer tower to the gate? In relation to the gate.
So you're coming at the middle right side. On the left-hand side, you see two guards. On the right-hand side, you see two guards. The guards on the right, one's smoking his pipe with his feet up on the edge, and the other one's sitting down, just kind of playing with his thumbs, just kind of like biting at them every once in a while.
Are the other guards closer to the gate?
On your left, they are closer to the gate, yes.
I changed my face with Mask of Many Faces to look like the guard smoking the pipe. And I'm going to approach the gate, and if you guys sneak, I will find a way to fool them and get you all in.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good idea.
So you guys see that my face changes to that of the guard. And specifically the guard who is farther away from the gate. I look at Damaris and go, please prepare thaumaturgy in case this goes horribly wrong. And I advise you all to like hide while I go to the gate. And as I go to the gate, is there anyone there?
I'm
gonna remove the ears.
gonna ask a question. Peter, are you gonna try to climb before she gets to the gate? Or they get to the gate?
I'm not gonna do the trying to get over the wall thing, because I don't think with my athletics is only +1 and my acrobatics is +5.
Dexty boy.
I don't think it would be worth it. I think it would, if there's a higher chance of me failing, and if I fail, it could like screw us over.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna follow Nadee's lead.
Looking like this guard, I'm going to approach the gate and tell them to kind of hide in the grass a little bit of ways from me.
Okay, so, all right. You walk up to the main gate, and the guards kind of stand up. Oi! What are you doing?
Look, I had to go take a piss. Now I gotta get back in, okay? Can you just let me back in?
And they kind of like light a few torches and kind of like look over. John? What are you doing out there?
Do I really have to get into the nitty-gritty of why I had to go out there? Do you want the full saga of my bowel movements? Can I please come in?
Roll
Oh my god.
persuasion or deception.
Absolutely deception.
John, we have a bathroom.
John, what are you doing?
John, we have a bathroom.
Oh,
Oh
no!
my-
Prepare that thaumaturgy. That's an 8.
You're not even wearing your uniform.
It would get dirty.
You're doing great.
Shut up. I have a +5 to goddamn deception. It is my highest stat.
Uh,
Nah.
uh,
I tried to
Let me
climb
check
over
something.
the fence.
Well, I cast Disguise Self without using a spell slot. Okay, wait, no. To discern that you are disguised, a creature can use its action to inspect your appearance and must succeed on an investigation check against your spell save DC.
oh, so they don't know that your clothes are different.
No, because
Okay.
it's full. So it's not me making a deception check, though you can do that. It's technically to see that I'm disguised because it's like an eldritch invocation. They have to roll an investigation check against my spell save DC.
Okay.
Damn.
What do I gotta beat?
You have to beat a DC 13 investigation check.
Got a 9. Can't see that. That looks terrible. Got a 9.
Wonderful. I just go, look, I don't have time. They're gonna get mad at me if I'm gone from the tower. Can you just open the gate?
Sounds like your bowels were very deceiving.
You see the guard kind of get up and go,
Shut up,
"Sorry,
Ambrose.
not even sure how I got over there. I don't know. Fuck it." And he goes down, pulls a clipboard off of the side, opens up the gate just enough, and is like, "Get inside."
Would you freaking move? And I'm gonna launch myself like I'm tripping and push open the gate to give enough room for these guys to try to get through.
Are you trying to trip the guard?
No, I'm trying to, like, you know, when you accidentally fall and you launch. I want to make sure the door is open wide enough for my friends to sneak in.
Okay. So you kind of.
You see, he opens the door. Let me describe what I'm doing, because it's absolute nonsense if you will allow my shenanigans.
I love it.
I so very rarely get to do shenanigans. This is delightful. You see that go, you know, thanks, you know, it really means a lot. Hang on a second, I got something on my shoe. And doing the thing where I lean against the door to keep it open, I start, like, scribbling, like, look, I gotta tell you, I don't know what situation they have here, but well, you know what, it's better to go in the woods than in there. I'm trying to distract them and hold the door open long enough for my friends to get in.
For us to, like, sneak behind the other
Yes.
guy.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
May we please roll stealth, Daddy Magic?
Yes,
I know,
because
do we
there
have
are
to roll
still
this again?
3 guards, 2 in one tower, 1 now looking down at the door.
Oh, true.
I wish I did say to Damros, thaumaturgy as a
the
backup.
thaumaturgy, yes.
I did say that before I went in.
Okay.
And they are probably going to. I'm just trying to figure out in which direction they would thaumaturge.
Ooh. I can't help you. I'm busy being like, no, I'll tell you.
I-
Being stuck in that tower, it's so boring. There's nothing to do. No, look at me. Look at me when I'm talking
I'm
to you.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Peter,
I just.
Peter, who also has thaumaturgy, will be like, I think perhaps we each do one in separate directions. You go, like, that way, away from us, and I'll go, like, that way, also away from us. And we do it at the same time. Dual distraction, they'll think, oh no, something's up. What do you think?
Meanwhile, I've gone into a whole monologue about how badly my feet hurt.
I don't really just sign this. Can you sign this? Well, I mean,
No, what-
you're not a
I'm-
visitor,
oh
but
my God, you're so busy. This is why people don't like you. This is why there are problems. You're so anal retentive all the time.
Yes!
the thaumaturgy, is it like a loud explosion?
It can be whatever you want it to be, really.
What do you guys want it to be?
What does it say? You can create an instantaneous sound that originates from the point of your choice within range, such as the rumble of thunder, the cry of a raven, ominous whispers, etc. So what kind of sound do we want? It's gonna come at them from 2 directions.
I would suggest the rumbles of thunder because that
Yeah.
at least makes sense, and they're less likely to see the rest of us because they're like, son of a bitch. at this giant storm. And if allowed, while the monologue is happening, if well, because so while we have thaumaturgy, I have the druid version in druidcraft. I mean, if there's a torch that's right next to the door, I mean, I don't have to be loud, but if I could I could whisper or something, I could shut that torch right off.
Okay.
So we could get like a really bad couple claps of thunder that like snuffs the torch. I mean, that's weather appropriate.
So
I think that's a good idea.
As the guards, I don't care about your feet. Listen, you're supposed to sign when you leave or come into the fort. Mr. Pelinos would not allow that. This is not okay. And at the same time,
Mr. Pelinos can suck my dick.
And at the same time, from two directions as thunder roils, and the torch next to the gate goes dark. Everyone, make me a stealth check.
Yeah.
Including me?
No.
Okay.
I'm so sad that my video's frozen because I'm doing a fun little
You're not
dance,
frozen.
'cause
You're dancing. You're doing your
moving.
dance.
You're moving.
What? It's frozen on my end.
You're not frozen for us.
Sick. I also got
Spell
dirty
lasts
20.
for an hour.
16.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Peter?
Dirty 20.
Phenomenal rolls. Okay. So as Nade kind of like one of those conversations where you're like looking at someone and like you look past them to see kind of just tiptoeing behind.
And I am, just for context, I want everyone to know, Nade hates this with every fiber of her soul. She is like, Morcella, you know for a fact that Nade is screaming in anguish on the inside.
So what you see behind the guards, right? Because you got dark vision, right? So you can like see a little bit better.
Yeah, I have dark
So
vision.
you see me flitting between Peter and Tamaros. You're doing great!
You're doing great, sweetie!
Yes!
As you three walk into the gate, straight in front of you, you see a few guardsmen shooting bows towards targets and the clinking of swords as they practice their swordsmanship. And to the left, you see rows upon rows of different dormitories out in the distance. Well, not out in the distance. On the left, there are just like little tents set up, which you would assume that people would be sleeping in. And you guys are entering this at roughly like 8 p.m. So this is like the late crew out right now.
Right.
And over to the right, you see a few cages. Some small and some large. And then straight in front of you, you see the big keep that's made out of what seems to be older ruins.
I think now that I've seen my party successfully go in, I say, well, all right, I've talked your ear off long enough. And next to John's name, I just make a very big, unintelligible scribble. And I just go, thank you. And I'm going to head over to the cages and kind of just look and see what's in the cages.
So you're headed to the right to the cages?
Yes.
Ah.
I would assume I don't really see my party very well because they got such high stealth checks and my passive perception is 12. So it's...
Don't you have dark vision?
I do have dark vision. It's very helpful.
As you start making your way towards the right, you see 4 iron cages stand in the northeast corner of Fort Venture grounds, apparently serving as a makeshift jail. You see a small table next to some of the larger, not kennels, cages, that's the word, where there's 2 guards sitting and playing cards. What are the rest of you doing? Are you going to see Nade and follow behind?
Yes. At least Marcella will. And she would tug at sleeves and be like, we need to go this way. We need to go this way.
Sure, yes, let's go that way. Would it... I wonder, could I make like a perception check to see if following Nade or like an insight check to see if following the day would be particularly conspicuous?
Yes, make me a perception check, and then Nade, make me an investigation check.
That's a 9.
19 investigation.
Okay. So, Peter, you kind of look behind to look at the guard that was falling behind, and they seem to kind of resume their normal posts. They don't seem to be keeping an awful look. Awfully close look. I just exclude words. Nade, you, as you start to look up, you notice that you're heading straight towards some dogs in some of the cages.
So I don't see any humanoids in the cages, just animals?
You see 2 sets of cages. You see 6 smaller cages and then 4 larger cages a little bit further. And the 6 ones that you see closer to the gate, there's a few dogs in them. They're malnourished. They're not fed.
I make a mental note of this because F them. And I would like to go look at the larger cages. I kind of give the men at the card table just a bit of a... because I still look like John. And I keep going. I want to look at the large cages and see if there's a certain goblin in any of them.
Okay. Can everyone make me a group stealth check again?
Yes.
Do I need stealth as well, or?
At this point, yes.
Okay.
Nat 20!
Oh, thank God.
16.
14.
10?
10. There's a glimmer of my wings from under my cape.
No.
As you guys start to pivot, you kind of stay close to the wall, trying to spot the people. You notice that one of the dogs kind of lifts his head up, hears one of you step on a leaf, and kind of looks around, but doesn't see you guys. And as you come closer, at this point, you are kind of like back is against some of the palisades, and the tower's like directly to your right. Another tower for the wall, and you could see the 4 large cages. There is a they don't say what he looks like, so I'm gonna make it up. You see in the corner of one of the cages, slumped over, a human covered in some clothes, leaning against the side of the inside of the cage, and just past the cages, the 2 guards playing cards.
There's no one else in the other cages, just the human?
Just the human.
Are we sure
Everyone,
it's just a human?
make me a perception check.
The mushroom dice is going in jail.
15.
5.
8.
19.
Whoever had the 19, Marcella?
Yes.
In the distance, you hear faint wails and crying.
I thought you meant actual whales.
There are whales in the sea, and they are singing a beautiful song.
Marcella.
I wish I could speak whale.
Okay. I was totally okay. You said whales and cries.
Yes.
I stopped thinking after whales. What the fuck are there whales out here?
The day just in their mind feels a Marcella dumb moment and just like...
It's actually plus 10 psychic damage to lore.
Quick, where's
Okay.
tea time? Where's tea time?
Tea time's happening on the break.
Ooh,
But
yes.
The gifts in the chat are delightful.
well, hello there.
There's
So,
for those of you watching this who don't know the Discord stream, we have some lovely villagers plus Churney who are putting whale gifts in the Discord chat. Clearly our mascot.
Shameless
Yes.
plug, join the Discord. So Marcella's gonna so luckily there's tall people and she can fly. So she's gonna kind of come up between Peter and Damaros, and she's just gonna like cup her ears. So she got big giant ears, right? She's gonna cup her ears. Do you hear that?
And at this point, you hear a female voice cry, ever faintly. Not like crying cry, but like a scream.
Oh God. Yes, it would seem we need to. I think we have to do something about this.
So we're gonna we're like Marcella's a separate person.
I'm just still hanging out as this dude. No idea what's happening.
Can I make some kind of and I would like to follow the screams. Can I make some kind of like investigation or
I think
would that be another
with
stealth?
Marcella's 19, I think that she would have told you that it was coming from that main building in the middle, like it was coming in that direction. Nade.
Okay.
Can I make some kind of perception check to see where my friends are going? Because I
Well,
have
so
no
that's
idea.
what I'm gonna do next.
Oh,
I got you.
Thank you.
I'm So in whatever fairy nonsense, Marcella's gonna be like, right, okay, so we're still between them, and she's like flagging you down.
Oh, okay. I will.
But luckily, thank God for stealth, and she's going that way.
Can I see this magic?
Can I flag her down?
Do I need to make a check?
No, because you were looking. No, you see them. They're kind of.
I'm actively looking for my friends, and I just see this. I'm just like, and you see my hand just like, and I start kind of like nonchalantly following you guys, still as John, and praying that the real John doesn't see me from the tower.
So sorry for that
Sorry, John.
name.
No, I'll take it.
It's
I'll take
wonderful.
John. Welcome to DMing, when people go, "What's his name?" Shit.
I have 3 books on my desk specifically for that.
It's such a basic white man
Amazing.
name.
I love it.
A white man? No.
Fired. Shit out of you.
So I'm gonna follow them.
Yes.
Do
But
I now
make-
hear the screams?
Yeah, you do.
I think as soon as I catch up to them, I whisper to Marcella and the group and the others, "Should I keep this? I hate this so much."
It is something you can do at will. Yes.
Yes, I can
Yeah,
turn it
then-
back on whenever I want.
Yeah. Then.
Okay, great. And with like a sigh of visible relief, you see a very exhausted Nade retake form, because at any moment I could just turn it back on. Thank you, Mask of Many Faces.
Very nice.
We love a warlock.
Eldritch invocations.
We love a warlock. Excuse me. Warlock.
A voila.
Warlock?
A
Warlock? Warlock? I don't know what kind of
warlock.
accent I'm trying to do anymore. The first one I had in my head was I had this college professor who was born in Germany, grew up in France, learned English in India, and I love his accent more than anything, but I've completely forgotten it except for the phrase, "One day we are all going to die." Because he was a philosophy professor, and that's what they do.
That's amazing.
All right, so I think we're heading into that main building. We are gonna find out what the hell is going on.
Give me 1 second.
think-
Okay, so
1,002.
you
One.
guys, hey, I was pretty good about that. So you guys are right now at the back corner where the cages are. You guys can see that there's a little bit of a path that you guys can kind of go up and around, kind of circumventing the guards, and kind of moving around, and then or through the left side, direct path would be straight through the training grounds where there's currently guards shooting arrows. So how are you getting there?
The first path. So the second path has the guards that are practicing and training, and then the first path just goes by the towers. Or am
Yes. Give me 1 second. I could probably show you a map and help at this point.
Woo! Map.
Hiding my secrets.
The DM
I'm the map.
secrets.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
the map,
me.
I'm the map.
So at this point, you guys have come in through this tunnel right here. And you guys have kind of circumvented over up here, and I kind of picture you guys kind of chilling out right here, where the man in the
Yeah.
cave is, and this one right here, There's 2 guards here, and the dogs are over here. So you can go up and around, and the more direct is obviously here, but that's pretty risky.
I would say.
Can the man see us? Can the man see us?
No one has saw you yet. The
I
man
think
in this cage? No, he's slumped over
Poor
in
guy.
the cage.
I kind of want to like.
Genuine question. Do we know it's a human? Or like, are we 100% confident it's a human?
Yes.
I don't want to walk away if this is that goblin in disguise.
You can make an investigation check.
Can I make an
Holy.
insight check?
Go for it.
That's a dirty 20. Is this a human?
It's a human. You could
Okay,
tell by
great.
the shape of the cloak and the way that they're sitting. You could see the human features.
I make a mental note to free this guy on whatever chaos on the way out. And
Holy.
Oh
I
yeah,
think-
we're gonna unlock all the those
and
cages with the dogs and just.
for sure. I think up and around is the best
Yeah.
idea.
Yes.
Okay. Make me one more stealth check.
If I fail this, I'm changing back into John. Just FYI.
Is it a group stealth?
Group stealth, yes, please.
15 for today.
I had a 13.
I didn't.
That's a 4
Yeah.
for Daddy Damn.
7.
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
I
So-
mean, it makes sense that the tall tieflings aren't stealthing very well.
Well, I'm supposed to be stealthy. I have a +5 and I'm proficient in stealth.
As you start to walk past the guard, you make your way towards this top part. You kind of lean against the wall. You notice that this tent right here is actually an armory tent, where smoke is rising out of the tiny coal forge, and you can kind of see through the flaps of the wind blowing into the tent. You can see a lot of different pieces of equipment. And as you kind of start to round the tent, who's in the back?
I'm gonna say I'm probably in the back.
As you guys come around this tent right here, you kind of hit your shoulder against the pole of the tent, and it kind of makes a sound and kind of shudders just a little. One of the guards from this table kind of, I really don't like it out here. Wind picks up everything.
We keep going.
Yes, we keep going.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
Let's see here. What number is that one?
oh, no.
Oh boy. Oh
boy.
I hate it
boy.
here.
Golly gee whiz.
As you-
Golly gee whiz.
Golly gee, mister.
As you come towards the center building, a freshly quarried rock of squat stone keep lack the Broken Vale Bluff's distinct mossy charm, and the structure's utilitarian style makes it even more foreboding. No windows are set into the stone walls, and a wide iron-banded double door is the keep's only entrance.
Okay.
I think
There's no windows.
There's no windows.
I think we just have to go in and try our luck.
Yep.
And I've got, like I said, I can always put back on Mask of Many Faces. I also have another thing in mind as a distraction if we need it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna try to sneak in.
Unless
Anyone wants to do anything else.
I don't have anything that'll help at this point.
Damros,
Yeah.
do you have any? Are you good with this? Are you good with the plan of just stealthing in through the big iron doors to the fort? Okay.
As you push on the large iron-banded double door, as you feel the lock hold the door together.
Shoot.
Is that?
How big's the lock? How big's the lock?
Good question.
I did not. How big is the lock? Normal sized, I guess.
So she
Can
could
I-
fit through
can I
it.
Is it
fit
big
through
enough
the
for
lock?
a 1x1?
Can you fit through an inch hole?
Yes, I
Yes.
can.
Ah!
Yes, I
That's
can.
That's one of my favorite Fae features, is fitting through
Yeah,
tiny
you can-
places.
We're
Fit
Faye
through an
fucking
inch
you
by
up.
Yes.
Guns.
Can you describe to me what that looks like? Are you able to kind of see while you go through, or is it like you apparate on the
so
other
you
side?
You
Okay.
can see it. I don't. Okay, basically you like Ant-Man it.
Okay.
It's the best way I can explain it. So Marcella's gonna kind of like, yes, the Tinkerbell move, exactly. Cherney's correct. So Marcella's gonna kind of like put her finger up to the lock, and as she does, her whole body's gonna like telescope into it. Sheep. And then it would kind of come back out the same way. So she would, terrifyingly enough, I would telescope out to the other side, and hope and pray I don't get shot in the meantime.
Yeah, so as you kind of shrink down and head through the lock, you notice you enter this room here, and I get to pull these people back.
Oh.
I hid them. Now they will move super slow.
Oh, they're people.
Oh boy.
As you walk in, or as you glide, I don't know, fucking Faye in.
Fucking Faye in.
As I Fey magic my shit into here.
Yeah.
You see in the back hall 2 guards standing guarding a door, and it is very clear that you hear muffled screams from behind it. What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna unlock the door.
Okay.
First and foremost.
On the outside, you hear as the door unlocks.
I push it open.
Quietly,
We're just you see that all
Gently.
3 of us are just like
gently, softly.
slowly.
Are you trying to do this stealthily in?
Yes.
Yes.
Roll stealth.
Nah.
Group stealth.
It's a hot 7, my dude.
That's an 8.
Natural
Oh my
20,
God.
plus
Oh, thank
1 for
God.
21.
At least we have 1 success.
We
here.
got 1 nat 20.
1 nat 20.
Marcella,
Daddy
what did
magic!
you get?
We got a nat 20 match, Daddy magic.
Marcella, what did you get? I missed it.
Oh, I didn't even roll it. My bad. I was too busy laughing. I just exist. That's an 8.
Hey.
So-
I didn't think I was gonna get away getting in here without getting shot.
Yeah, I think that we've exhausted our luck sources, I think.
You open the door, and the 2 guards are visibly uneasy as they are guarding the screams. And they look over and you hear, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
I cast Eldritch
I-
Blast.
I close the door and lock it.
Yeah, and I cast Eldritch Blast immediately.
Okay. And with that,
I fear we're going into initiative.
we are going to go on a break.
Thank you, Break.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Bray.
We will take a break
Tea
until 9 o'clock, and I will preface real quick. The scenes in the next room are on the darker side, so the players all got a warning. This campaign does include themes of torture, so if there's anything that makes you feel uncomfortable with that, pause, come back if you need to. Again, players, if you feel any uneasiness, make sure to hit me up. Please at me, or I might miss it, and we'll make sure that. Again, it won't be, I'm not going into graphic detail, but there is that theme happening, and I want to make sure that everyone feels safe and comfortable. But we will be back at, we'll round it to 9:01.
All right. I think we're all back and ready. Yeah.
Yep.
Daddy Magic, let's go into a fight, Daddy
Yes,
Magic.
please, Daddy Magic.
Daddy
Oh my
Magic,
God.
please.
Welcome back. Hate you all.
You love us.
You love
Welcome
us.
back, my beautiful magicians. Magic Academy. We're just gonna hop right back into it. we walked in the door and shots were fired. So I'm not really gonna wait around. Roll for initiative.
I'm ready for initiative. Look at that red color.
This button? No, it's this button.
Oh, come on, Magic!
Oh, son of a...
Damn it.
Sorry.
Can we not get a surprise?
Is that a 10 a day?
That's a 10.
I can't math.
Dirty 20 for Peter.
Hey, don't feel bad though, because I also got a natural 20, so he's not the only one at the top.
Yay!
Hell yes.
Peter, Damaros, who has the higher dex?
I have a plus. Well, I got a dirty 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Mine
so-
was natural with a +1.
Yeah, so yours would be 21 then.
Yeah.
I got a 9.
I got a rock.
And it's sad. This is my favorite one too. Look at how pretty it is.
And I'll kind of zoom in here into the room. Let me know, what was the order you guys came in? Where were you? Let me know, like, where would you start off in this?
I would say that
I'm in front of everybody.
if you
Unfortunately.
could take me slightly to the left of the group. Like, I kind of ran in and then fired off some shots, but I gotta wait till my turn
Yeah.
until I can fire off some shots. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd probably be in the square directly above Marcella, because that's probably where I would have gone to get a better look.
No, Dad's definitely more in the back.
Perfect.
All right. And with that, we're going to start off with Damaros.
Fantastic.
He is not in the combat. It's just his two.
Okay. Where's my... Never mind.
Sorry, I'm jamming out.
It's a good song.
I know this is. I'm going.
You are roughly 70 feet from the first person.
Are those, tables in the middle?
They are.
That's exciting.
I
Yeah.
love it. It sure is.
Look, all I'm remembering is, you know, Fantasy High and their inability to jump on tables.
Oh god, yeah.
I was gonna jump on the table.
Friendly Mulligan, if you ever in a blue moon see this, we thought of you and your group.
I was also thinking about jumping on the table. But anyways. What is my...
Oh, my armor class is only 15.
I just want everybody to know my tea bag broke.
No! That is a
Rip.
tragedy. Pour
What
one
you
out
doing?
for the-
Shield of Faith on Naday, so you get a +2.
Thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
+2 to the AC.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I will just use my movement and move up because I don't have any...
Are you moving on the table?
Yes, I will move on the table.
30 feet gets you there. Alrighty. Next is the guard. As you rush up, it's this guard up here. You ought not to be here. As he runs across the table, matching as you were kind of run up, matching as you were, and takes his spear and throws it towards Damaros
Very fun and sexy.
for a 9.
9!
Does that hit?
It does not. I have a 17. Thank you very much.
You see this? He has two spears. His first spear he kind of throws, and it just whizzes right past you and sticks into the back of the chair behind you. Peter, you're next with Nade on deck.
Daddy just like leans over when he throws the spear.
I'm gonna run right up to the guy that attacked Damaros. Also hop on that table.
Are you going right next?
Yeah. And you know I'm swinging my hammer.
Go for it.
I am swinging hard, swinging strong, with a 17.
17 hits. Roll for damage.
Excellent. For 6 damage, and then flurry of blows. So I'm gonna make 2 unarmed strikes on him as well.
Monk.
The first one is a 13.
Does not hit.
Okay, the second one, second one's an 8. That also
Does not hit.
I wasted a key point. That's yeah, that's all I can do. I'm satisfied with that.
As you
Not really, but-
take your first hit, the next 2, he takes up his spear and matches your, kind of matches your movements, and you two are dancing as you kind of fight against each other. Nade,
Sexy.
you're next with Marcella on deck.
I look at the other guard and I say in a low voice that can still be heard, make the right choice. And while keeping eye contact, I shoot an Eldritch Blast at the guard that Peter is fighting. And you get that scent of crackling paper and ink, only there's the slightest hint of burning.
I forgot about your candle collection.
The day's candle collection coming to a shop near you, I wish. All right. Don't let me down. That is a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
And because I took the Eldritch Invocation Agonizing Blast, I get an additional +3 to this attack. So it's 1d10 +3 plus another 3.
Nice.
Damn.
I didn't roll great, but that is 9 damage with the Eldritch Blast.
How do you kill them?
I kill them?
Yes.
I look at the other guard and I say, I give him the look like with the same thing I just said is make the right decision as I kill his friend. Just the magic courses through him as he dies. And I just look at the other guy like basically the look in my eyes is you can run.
As you
But
blast,
you can't hide.
he gets pushed back and he ends up kind of slumping up against the chair. And as his last spear kind of just falls to the ground, and you hear from behind the door, "What's going on out there?"
Deal with you next.
Marcella, you're next.
I like more Sola.
Soda!
So I would like to move forward my whole 30 feet.
Okay.
I don't know where that's gonna land me, and then I need
It's
to
more
count.
sola from the
Would you like
Yeah.
here?
Peter's from.
Yeah, that works.
Peter's from it's like a little bit of Eastern Europe. I'm trying to do more German,
More
but
sola.
it comes out a little bit Russian.
Yeah, more sola does sound a little like, I don't know. It sounds good.
It's definitely from wherever the hell this accent is.
Yeah, it's more solo is from wherever Peter's from.
Alright, so my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Defile Ground where that guard is currently standing.
Okay.
So 10-foot radius centered at the point within 60 feet of you. This will last for 1 whole minute. This becomes difficult terrain for this gentleman. Only for people hostile to me. And then if he takes damage, we'll discuss that then. But with my full ass action, I'm gonna wild shape into the grossest wolf you people have ever seen.
Yeah.
Amazing!
So when she shifts, she essentially you run up, defile ground, and she's gonna land in this area. And this wolf she's got black paws, white fur, but out the back of her spine are these grotesque spikes. And she's growling and like salivating. She almost looks rabid.
Yes. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I'm not very good at drawing animals, but if you ever want me to draw that, let me know. Because that sounds fun.
And that's my whole action.
Alrighty.
Whole thing.
The guard now standing in this terrain goes, "Appellant, sir! They're here!" And you hear from the back, "Who's here?" As the guard takes his spear, he takes one of his spare spears and throws it towards Marcella, who has tried to cap them. Does a 16 hit?
Damaros, I think you're muted.
Is Marcella within 5 feet of Damaros?
10 feet.
Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, that'll hit. That's kind of the trade-off. I have an AC of 13 right now.
Okay.
I wish you'd been within 5 feet.
You take 3
Could've
points
protected you,
of
possibly.
piercing damage.
Okay.
Thank goodness for extra HP from Wild Shape.
Yeah.
From behind the door, you just hear more screams and pleading. "Please, no! No, stop!"
So you're gonna keep going while we're fighting. What a horrible human.
Damaros, you're next.
The day is so mad. The day is so mad.
Which goblin is dead? Because they're both still on the screen.
Are they goblins?
This one is dead. They're guards.
Guard, that's what I meant.
This guard up here is dead.
I was just curious.
They have a small white dot. Sorry, it's a little hard to see.
Okay.
Bloop.
Can I make it 30 feet to the other one?
Let's find out together.
Or 25 feet even?
25 feet will put you here.
If I make it 30 feet with a 5-foot range on my weapons, would I still be able to hit him? Since
Sorry.
he's 35 feet away?
I blacked out. What?
Total mood.
Are you okay?
I blacked out. What?
I feel that. Me while playing D&D as well.
Okay, so if I move my full movement, which is 30 feet,
Okay.
could I reach him with my 5-foot reach weapons?
Technically no, because he'd be 10 feet away. You'd have to be in the square next to him to be 5 foot melee range.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Abhorrent.
We love it.
Vile.
Tragedy.
I can't do anything because none of my spells are useful in that way.
You could use this turn to dash to get next to them for next turn.
I'm not gonna dash, but I will just take my full movement.
30 feet?
I'll be close. Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be close enough to deal with it later.
Okay. That guard is dead.
Hold on a second. Bonus action.
The super dead guard, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Alright, I don't have any bonus actions. I'm good.
Thank you. Peter, you're next with Nade on deck.
Okay, I have 40 feet of movement, so I would like to get right up to the door and try and bust it open.
Nice.
Like, can I, like, make an attack roll on the door? Like, an unarmed strike? To, like, bust it open with my shoulder?
Make me a strength check.
Okay. I have proficiency for saving throws for strength, but I also get my proficiency here.
I need DM guidance. Would that be a saving throw?
No.
No.
It would be a pure strength check unless you allow for. Usually for this, you would it would be something like AC for the door. If you punched it with an attack, you did an attack roll, like an unarmed strike, you would then compare it to the AC for the door to see if it breaks down.
Yeah, and that would be.
Would you like to? Okay, so you want to attack?
Yes, I want to attack the door to try and get it open.
All right, roll for attack then.
To just pure brute strength. Fuck. That's a shout out to the 2 crew. That's only a 7. What's the AC of the door?
What type of door is it, Magic?
It is same as the front door. It is an iron door.
Okay.
That is a 19 AC.
Son
Okay,
of a...
yeah, then I'm gonna use my bonus action, unarmed strike, because that I assume is my regular attack action. I'll use my bonus action, unarmed strike, to hit the guard that's right next to me.
Okay.
And that's a 21.
That'll hit.
Boy.
Add,
Fun and sexy.
That
Fun
is
and sexy.
5 points of damage.
add 1d4. Add 1d4. He takes 1d4 necrotic damage for every time he's hit in the battleground.
That's another 4 points on top of that.
How much was that total?
I believe total was 10.
You plow into him, and as he looks up, kind of one knee hits the ground. He looks very rough.
That's all I got.
All right, Nade. Sorry, Peter, from behind the door, you hear the female voice say, "Stop! I can't take much more."
We are coming to save you!
You gotta get into the room.
And I shout that, hoping it will get through the door so that this person knows that someone is coming to save
You
them.
hear the person say, "You'll be too late."
Ah, crap.
Yeah, we'll see
Okay.
about that, buddy.
So
We'll see about that.
I'm going to run up to the door. I'm so far away. I'm gonna run my full movement.
Okay.
Um,
Here.
Yep. And I just want to. I look at the guard and I say, "You had your chance." And y'all, what do you think? What do you think I'm gonna do? What do you think I'm gonna do? What do you think I'm gonna do?
Eldritch Blast!
Oh, I should have searched that other guard's body
Oh
for a key.
crap! It's a 9.
Does not hit.
9 hit. God damn it. Okay. I'm like, you had your chance. Fizzles. You still have your chance.
Marcella, you're next.
Okay, so, thank God Peter moved where they are. So, I have 40 feet of movement as a wolf. So I would like to move my whole ass movement onto this guard. So that should give me, okay. So I'm gonna bite him. However,
Excellent.
the bonus with Peter there is that I have pack tactics, so I get advantage on attack rolls. So fingers fucking crossed this works.
Wild shit. Wild shit.
Wow, shape.
So, oh,
When you choose a wolf.
Yee.
What'd you get?
that, my good sir, is a nat 20 plus 4 if you're counting.
Yeah.
What's your damage?
2d4 plus 2 plus a. Sorry, you can hear my husband's also watching a baseball game at the same time. he cheered right as I cheered. Guys, I'm missing a d4. Oh no!
Do you want? Do I
want one of yours?
I mean, if I have your blessing, I'll do it.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 points.
How do you want to do this?
I, in disgusting fashion, this is why I picked this. I've been waiting to play a Blighted Druid forever.
Yes.
Been waiting. Alright, so, this grotesque wolf is gonna literally run up to this guard and jump on him. It knocks the guard prone, onto his back, and she's literally just gonna, grab a hold of his neck and rip it out. Now she's holding it, and we're gonna break the door down, and I'm gonna take this neck with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, not only is she covered in spikes and gross, but now her maw is disgusting.
From the door behind you, you start to hear rustling and fucking open it up. I don't know. Just who is the key? Open the door. As the door starts to jiggle behind you guys.
I yell. I think maybe one of the guards has the key.
Yes, whoever's next in the rotation, so should search the
My
body
nose
of the
starts
guard.
bleeding. What?
We're gonna put these mock guys out here.
No!
Not saying you have to fight them, just they're there.
They're
Yes.
just there, and that's okay.
I will say I will remind when I said my flavor of closing the door, I did also lock it.
You did say that. That's why they're not in.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you for thinking ahead.
Thank you.
Okay. So we are in loose combat right now.
Are we no longer in initiative?
Not quite. It's safe for now, so I wouldn't say initiative.
I'm gonna run the heck up to the guard that I killed first in the chair by the table and look for a key.
I'm just pounding. I am just like throwing myself against the door to try and get it open.
Can I bash the door?
Okay, yeah.
we
You
work
Search
together
the
and bash the
guards!
door.
are you two making an attack roll or a combined strength roll?
Oh my god.
I'll search the other guard.
Thank you, Damaros. I appreciate
Yeah,
you.
I mean, I would like to do an attack roll, or I can offer Marcella the help action.
You both could
I'm down
attack.
for it. We could both attack. Yeah, you want to do that?
Yeah, let's do
So
that.
both of you attack. Nade, Demaros, roll investigation.
I only got a 16.
That's a nat 1.
Ooh, that's a 19. I rolled a 19 plus 1.
Yes.
Demaros,
Just a sec.
you're fine.
You see Nick Jay's just like, I don't want to disrespect
19.
this corpse.
The second Damaros leans down, sees a shiny key on the floor next to you, grabs it and pulls it up as Marcella
Shoulder bashes it!
shoulder bashes straight through the door. And as Marcella bashes through the door, you see the cleaver come down straight down on top of the goblin on the table.
I immediately Eldritch Blast the one who did it to her.
Do I have a reaction?
I don't have. I
Oh
don't
wait,
have-
do we need to use a reaction or can it be an action?
I only have
Be a
opportunity
reaction
attack.
on this one.
I can't use, no.
Yeah, I don't have any reactions.
Because
Yeah.
my reaction only happens if I've been damaged.
As Marcella walks in and sees the cleave head down, you see the goblin go limp for a second.
I wanna just charge. Whoever is holding the cleaver, I am charging at them with my hammer.
Okay. At which point I'll put you two through the door. I'm gonna move you guys a little closer because you guys would have moved closer in reaction.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna delete these people so I don't have to see them anymore.
Get them out of here!
Get out of here.
You're
No one
not.
wants to see you.
You're not in. You're not in it.
You're dead. You don't even go here.
You smell like a corpse.
Ew. Ew.
And we'll start with we'll start back in the initiative with Peter.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm doing a hammer. For 15.
That hits.
Sick. Takes 7 bludgeoning, and then I will use my other key point to do flurry of blows. So that gives me 2 unarmed strikes. Another 15.
That hits.
For 6 damage. And last one. 17.
That hits.
For 5 damage.
Okay.
Oh, Magic, sorry, I hate to be this player. I think that it was Damaros at the top of the order, and I know that Damaros didn't get to go when we initially restarted.
Yes,
So
I was gonna flip those two for a second because
Got it,
Peter was
sorry.
starting. Yep.
Sorry that I'm that player.
No, absolutely. Feel free to always speak up. I appreciate
always
it.
good to check in.
Damaros, go ahead and start.
will take his full movement to get up in this dude's face, if my calculations of the squares are accurate.
Right there.
And then where are you, mouse?
Smash
you,
his
Mal.
face.
Get him.
He is flanked, so you do have advantage on attacks.
Yes.
Amazing. Gorgeous,
Love to
sexy.
see it.
So, it's going to be we're gonna go with Old Faithful from last session. A swipe with the scimitar and then a stab with the rapier, so I'm gonna use my bonus action thing.
Excellent.
We love to see it.
$18 and $17.
Both hit.
Fantastic.
The 3 not in combat. Make me perception check.
I think that
6.
17.
Wait, are we all in? I'm sorry. I
Naday,
I
make
blacked
me,
out.
You're fine. Make me a perception check.
It was my turn to black out.
Quick
Shout out to
question.
the 2 crew. That's a 5.
Oh, boy.
No, a 4.
Sorry, Damaris. Go ahead.
Because I've never played a paladin before and I've never used smites before, I am just
Ooh.
unsure whether my smites are listed in the other column, not as a bonus action or anything. So can I just use the smite on one of those hits?
Yes.
Isn't
Okay.
smiting a bonus action?
I believe it is.
Yes, I
It's
believe
not
it is.
listed as a bonus action for me.
Yeah,
look it
smiting should always be a bonus action.
Oh, so some of my smites are bonus actions, but my divine smite is a different one. And it's not
Yes, you
listed as
can.
a bonus
That's
action.
true. You can just
Yes.
expend a spell slot. You're absolutely right.
Okay. So
There's always like the difference between spell smites versus. I know Magic and I were dealing with this at one point. We're just like, wait, which to put?
There's a lot going on.
This is why I'm not great at playing paladins. I'm just like, wait, divine smite I can just use a spell slot, but if it's any other smite, it's a bonus action.
I want to try playing a paladin sometime.
Me too.
I think that would be kind of fun.
9,
Tipsy, let's do Oops All Paladins.
Oops, all
Let's
paladins.
get someone to DM that for us.
Cherney, do you want to DM Oops, all paladins?
That would be amazing.
Cherney, I'm recruiting you.
Damaris.
Still here.
Go ahead.
So 10 points of slicing and piercing damage, and 8 points of radiant damage.
Love it.
So,
That's so good.
As Damaris comes down and takes a big strike into this figure here, who had the high? It was like 17 perception.
I had a 17.
You notice beside you, dark ooze coming up the altar and coming towards the dead goblin.
Somebody
She's
get her
dead?
off
She is dead. That strike
Like-
was a killing blow.
Wait, it's not like a death save thing? She's just dead?
She is dead.
Somebody get her off of this table or something bad. I have a feeling that there's going to be a break in the life cycle. Yeah, Peter's very stressed because he's worried that she's gonna come back as an undead and not fan.
I could pull up something maybe if I ever find the right thing. I go back and forth in this so many times. Go. Bloop. That health bar won't matter, so let's get that out of the way. Alrighty.
That was very depressing.
Oh no!
It is the person in the room, who you've assumed at this point is Palinost, goes, "You don't know what you're doing. My work is important," and he turns over to the goblin, seeing the ooze rise up, going, "No, this is all wrong. This is all wrong." and is going to cast Revivify.
Oh.
Oh, this is also a
heck.
disruption. This is also
Okay.
a disruption in the life cycle.
And you see Pelenost reach down, touch the goblin's forehead, and kind of a light shimmer across the face as a little breath comes into the goblin's mouth. Just and then you see the ooze quickly straight up.
No!
How
don't know
do
what
I
this
do
is yet.
this? Hold
I don't
on.
know what the ooze is
Don't
yet.
look at the magic behind the curtain.
It's not here. Don't worry
Son
about
of
it.
a bitch!
What was
Oh,
it? I didn't
shit.
see it.
As the ooze takes over the goblin and transforms, you see the eyes of the goblin turn a dark black. You don't know what you've done. I'm gonna kill you all. I'm gonna kill you all. And let me
what
put that
the
person
fuck
in.
did you just do, man?
This is
Literally, I
this.
think says that.
Pelenos, this is wrong. This is not supposed to happen.
Yes,
Whatever
this is
you were-
wrong.
Whatever
This
you
is
were
the
doing in
disruption of the cycle of life.
whatever you were doing in the first place was wrong.
In the
That's
day, you're next. Marcella on deck.
Oh my god. Okay. Can I make some kind of arcana or religion check to figure out what the bleep just happened?
As a bonus action, yes.
As a bonus or a free?
I'll give it to you for free. I'll be nice.
Thank you. Can it be religion?
Whichever you prefer, you'll get different information. Different information, religion or arcana.
15 religion.
With a 15, you as a studious person recall a little bit of information of the god. Let me look it up. I wasn't ready.
No one expects the curious warlock.
You expect.
Spanish Inquisition.
Hick. You remember the name Trush, a shadow demon, known throughout the wastelands of Zorhas. It seems the feeling and the presence is no longer of a goblin, but of this shadow demon presence.
I look at Pelenos and I say, you just turned this innocent goblin into a demon lord!
No. My experiments were strictly on life and death. I don't.
You will die. And she's gonna cast Guiding Bolt on him.
Go for it.
Oh, shit, that's an 11 to hit. There goes one of my spell slots.
I hate when that happens. That barely does not hit.
There's literally nothing else I can do. Okay, that's my turn.
Right.
You see Nadej's just so... I'm so angry that when the guiding bolt goes off, it visibly just smells like old dusty lavender instead of the nice lavender.
And from the back room, the 4 guards burst through.
Oh, son of a biscuit maker.
Kind of. No, I don't want to drag all of them. Dang it.
They do a dance.
They're line stepping.
The electric slide.
Just kind of rush in. Nadej, did you step in at all to this room?
I did not step into the room.
Okay. And we're going to add these.
I whip around and I say, if you dare support what this man has done, you too shall pay the price.
This episode goes up Thriller for some reason. Thriller. They're able to see kind of past the door this one here and kind of goes, what the fuck? Marcella, you're next.
Okay, so I need a little bit of clarification, just as a question. So Defile Ground is technically not a spell; it's just the ability to corrupt a patch of land. Can I move that even though I'm technically a four-legged animal? It doesn't say I can't, but it doesn't say I can.
Does it require hand movements?
It does not. It just happens.
Okay, then I would say you'd be able to.
Cool. So from where Naday is standing, you're gonna kind of see whatever the floors are made of. I assume stone. The stones are gonna kind of like set back in their place, and they're just gonna. But up from underneath, bad guy 1 and 2, whose names escape me. You're
Over
gonna
this
see
way
it,
or
yeah.
this way?
No. In the room. Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll look like it's gonna actually come out and touch the feet of Peter and Damaros, but it doesn't affect you guys. But again, the stones are gonna crack and split, and kind of they're my own version of ooze and swamp and mud is just gonna kind of take over this whole ground. And in a growl of frustration as well as agreeance for what Peter said, it's a disruption of life, and this is completely inhumane. I guess I don't want to have to charge the very large innocent goblin, but somebody has to be the bad guy.
This creature cannot leave this room.
Yeah, she is not Bol'bora anymore.
So
I'm pretty sure that's who it is, and it's not her anymore. I think I say loudly to the party, this is Drush, he's a demon lord. He's taken over Bol'bora's body.
Okay. And there's gonna be like a huff, and we're gonna whatever active well, actually no. For a free action, can I like while I'm growling and doing whatnot, can I try and intimidate them?
Who's them?
The bad guys.
These two in the room?
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. Now that I can do the thingy. Well, how do we feel about a 13?
Pelinost right now is a little shook and kind of looks at the wolf and I don't understand what's happening. This isn't my research. This isn't what's supposed to happen. And the goblin just silly little fairy. You're next.
I have barbarian rage.
Suddenly today goes into a rage.
I mean, I wasn't planning on playing barbarian, but today I will. But yeah, so
A fairy barbarian.
I'm down.
I
For
want
this.
that now. I now want that.
Want
I'm gonna
Yeah, now
build
you made
that.
us want it.
But yeah, so I guess we'll go ahead and rush the demon.
That'll be my backup for if Peter dies.
We're gonna come at that guy and I still get pack tactics. I think, fuck.
Quick point of clarification, because my brain doesn't like D&D time. It hasn't been 10 minutes, right?
I'd say it's been about 3 or 4.
Okay. I just wanted to check because the Shield of Faith is a 10-minute.
Appreciate you checking in.
Thank you.
Excellent.
So that'll be
I gotta protect my little warlock boy.
Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
No, I was like, don't make that face at me! He smiled right as I said, I was, no, it's a 17.
17 hits.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, we're gonna latch onto this guy's, to this thing's arm. And it gets knocked prone. Just as a heads up. So, like, why are D4s so hard to grab?
They're spiky little jerks.
Spiky little devils.
Son of a...
Those spiky
Whatever.
boys.
Threw it on the ground.
I threw it on the ground.
So that's 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And yeah, so it has to succeed on a DC 11 strength save or be knocked prone.
$12.
Fucking hookers.
What the fuckers do to you?
So as you take your hit, you see this demon possessed goblin look up. You are nothing. All right.
Midday makes a mental note of this transgression.
With that, let's see what's happening here.
Ah, my foot's asleep.
Wake up, foot.
The goblin is going to turn towards Pelinost and is going to take out a dagger. And for
Pelinos
20...
is within 5... Is Pelinos within 5 feet of me?
Yes.
Protection reaction, disadvantage on an attack roll.
For the guy who was torturing them?
Yeah, but now he's attacking, so...
I would like to save this guy and torture him myself, so I'm here for it.
You got a 19 on the second hit.
Yeah, I'd like to figure out what the heck he was doing.
19...
So both hits hit.
19 will hit him.
Unfortunate.
You see that the quick hands grab this dagger, and from the tip of it, an ooze dripping as she sticks it into Pelinost and raises him up. And you see, I'm gonna go hocus pocus on this bitch. The Trush demon just go, and you see as Trush goes limp, and she just drops him to the ground.
You mean Pelinost went?
Pelinost. Yep. Sorry.
So he's dead.
He is unconscious.
Okay. Well, shoot. Well.
And yeah, she seemed to suck something out of him.
Not good. Not good at all.
Did it seem to strengthen her in any way?
You saw some of the wounds on her start to close up just a little.
Okay.
Disgusting.
Vampiric touch. I'm familiar with the concept.
And the goblin flicks, and you see magical armor, hexagonal armor go across the demon's body.
Can warlocks eventually get counter spell?
And that'll put
Yes!
with that'll put Damaros up with Peter on deck.
Yeah. So fun thing about being only a 2nd level paladin, I only have 2 spell slots, and I've already used them both.
Yeah, I've already used both my key points.
I'm about to use my other spell slot.
Son of a bitch, guys! I'm trying to save mine.
We're level 2.
We're level 2, they go
What?
fast.
So,
Versatility.
what I want to know, I think what I want to know. I don't know. Who is nearby? Okay. A quick check-in on how Peter looks and how Marcella looks.
Peter's fine. Full health. Haven't been hit.
Okay, so Marcella does not look fine, but she's fine. She's gonna
Right,
look
because she has wild
harm.
shape temp hit points.
Well, that and that blighted druids, the blighted shape follows no matter what. So she's got like patches of fur, and she looks like she's got the mage. And she's got these big old giant
I
spines.
love that. It's great.
Rabies
Amazing.
dog.
Yeah, literally.
I just needed to do a quick check-in to see if I needed to use some lay on hands or use some hitty hit with some weapons.
Hitty hit. Hitty hit.
Yeah, I would say hit.
Okay, so we're gonna do the what the hell was it called again? The 2-weapon fighting, and I'm gonna have to temporarily forego my turn because I have to step away. I'm sorry.
Absolutely, we'll come back to you.
Oh, good. We can go back.
Peter,
I
go
believe
ahead.
that's me then.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. As much as I would love to just pummel Pendergast, or whatever his name is.
Prender Bob.
Fuck you, guy.
Fuck you, dude.
As much as I would love to pummel him into the dirt, my friends here do want to ask questions. So I'm just going to go for the goblin. I'm going to do my hammer. That's an 8. And then bonus action, unarmed strike. That's a 10. Both my attacks fail.
8 and a 10 will not hit. So
Yep.
you
How's up?
you start pummeling at this goblin who's
We're gonna miss.
grew in size, and you're just hitting straight mage armor at this point.
There's mage armor, be careful. There's a magical spell that is making them have more armor.
You see this guard back here, seeing what's happening in this room, ever slightly goes, oh, I'm getting out of here, and runs off.
Wise decision, cowards.
Later, gentlemen.
As this one moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, runs straight towards you.
Good
Disgusting.
I look at him and I just say, yeah, you wanna hurt someone who's trying to take down a demon lord possessing a goblin who just killed your boss? Is this what you want to do?
I don't know what he does, but Lord Pelenost must be protected. It's it.
Helenost is dead.
That can't
I'm
be.
trying to kill the thing that killed him.
Damaros, you're next. Or go ahead.
Yeah, dirty 20 and a 19.
Both hit.
Ten points of damage.
You see as Damaros cleaves right through the mage armor, making deep cuts.
Very, very sexy.
That's sexy, sexy cut.
You'd love to see it.
This guard right.
That is all I have.
Sounds good. This guard right here moves closer. These guys are pretty far back, so they're just moving closer at this point. Kind of talking like what they should do, where they're gonna go. And today you're up with Marcella on deck.
Looking at the guard with a very clear intent, I look at him and then proceed to turn back into the room and Eldritch Blast this demon.
Okay.
Please give me a good roll.
It's because you said get a good roll.
I did not get a good roll. That's an 8.
8 won't hit.
Yeah, and I've got literally nothing else. That's it. That's all I can do.
As your Eldritch Blast flies past, you see Trush through the doorway. You're weak, Warlock.
And you're a demon possessing a goblin. I'm really not offended.
Marcella, you're up.
Oh no, you're so mean to me.
Oh no, I feel very wounded. Your opinion mattered to me so very much.
Damn it.
Marcella, I can never be a warlock again.
What's the equivalent of a wolf trying not to laugh? Just like puts her nose in the ground. But as per the usual, we're gonna do the thing again. Fight it. Because I'm not willing to dispel this quite yet, so I can keep my extra HP. So, oh, I get advantage! I forgot! People are just standing there. I was about ready to concede.
You do have advantage.
Yeah, the first one was a 14 total. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit.
Sweet. So 3d4, because 2d4 plus 2, and then another. So that's 6 points of damage plus 2 points of necrotic damage. So 6 points piercing, 2 points necrotic.
You take your hit. You're getting better. Maybe you would be a great host. And as they say that,
Spooky.
their hand...
No.
Sorry, let me ask. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah!
Magic word level 2!
You see as the goblin takes a little finger up, points, and from this hex right here, we will.
Not happy right now. Rolling like garbage.
Oh, that is so aggressive.
That's aggressive color.
I want it to be an even square. Okay, we're just trash that.
That's not an even square.
I know.
The judgment.
Well, he's the one that said he wanted it to be an even square.
That is true. You are holding him accountable for his uneven square.
No one's gonna know but you. It's okay.
From right here,
It's still an uneven square.
hey,
No, it isn't.
point one.
Lovely.
From here, you see on the ground vines and ooze come up from underneath the stone, breaking it apart, and a dense darkness feed into the area. She is doing a legendary action.
I'm sorry. You have a creature with a legendary action when we're level 2?
Look,
Yes.
he's laughing so
Yes, I do. I didn't write this, okay? Critical Role did.
Matt Mercer, where the hell are you?
coming at you.
Matt Mercer.
We're coming to fight Matt Mercer.
You heard it here.
Honestly, I
Matt
would.
Mercer.
I'm gonna do it one day. You hear that, Matt Mercer?
Matt Mercer, we're
Me.
coming for you.
I'm just kidding. I think you're cool.
We think
no,
you're great.
I'm totally coming for you.
Well, we are coming for you, but you're great.
Inside of your head, you start hearing echoes of voices and screams. This is an action called Zone of Calamity. Starting your turn here, you have to make a spell. Each creature that starts its turn in this area is treated as if it's targeted by the confusion spell. You will start your turn making a save against confusion, which I had pulled up, and I did. I just need to turn tabs. And it needs to load. It's a wisdom
Hi,
save.
guys.
It is a wisdom
Nice playing
save.
with you. +2 to wisdom saves. Bye, guys.
You got this.
And that's all they can do, unfortunately.
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 Back.
Demiros, you're up with Peter on deck.
Disgusting. Hold on, let me zoom in on this shit so I can get a better view.
Also, can I help you a little?
I hate this. I hate it here.
Why did I
Excellent
agree to
time.
this?
Watch the intro is just like the purposeful murder of the party. And the real story begins with the people coming to avenge our deaths. I will play my
Seriously.
father.
I love that.
Oh my
He'd
god.
be
What's up,
pissed
Damaris?
if I died.
So I would like to move in a way that I am. What the fuck? Anyways, sorry, my watch started beeping at me. I don't know how possible it is, but I would like to use my movement just to move in a way that I am closer to Peter or Marcella, so that in the event that I need to use my reaction, I can. And then
Okay.
once I do a little bit of, I'm just kind of wiggling around to get closer. I'm not really making actual movement, you know?
Absolutely. Who would you move closer to?
If you move to the square next to Peter, you're still within 5 feet of me diagonally. I
works
got
for
you.
me.
So, get away.
You're dead now.
So we're going up here? Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah,
All right.
that'll work. And then we're going for the old 1-2 punch.
Go for it.
Woo.
Hell yes. So the first one is a natural 20.
Hell yeah!
Fuck
Critical
yeah.
hit. Go for it.
The second one is I can do math. Hold on.
You got
22.
this.
So I'm gonna assume it also hits.
That does hit. First one's critical hit.
What
Next.
is your? What was your critical
Just double the
damage
dice.
specialty? Double dice. Okay. So.
When I was hitting on the day, it's just like, meh. Not a good day.
13.
You got some rolls earlier that were really good.
Yeah, but not
19 points of damage.
And what are you hitting them with?
I'm using my rapier with the double damage and my scimitar for single damage, so it's poking. It's piercing and slashing damage.
As you hit with that first critical hit right towards the stomach, and you see the goblin creature like lean over, and for a moment, as you guys are close face to face, their face maybe like a foot away from you, their eyes flash for a second, and you see the lips mutter, "Help me." And then the black comes right across as the warlock gets up, or the demon gets up, and goes, "You'll regret this." Second hit.
What?
Your second hit. Go for it.
Oh, I already did it.
Yeah. You did 19 damage on the first hit, right? Or is that 19 total?
No, I did 19 damage total.
Total. Okay.
Because I do the same thing every time, I just roll it all at once.
Absolutely. I just wanted to make sure. Peter, you're next.
Wonderful. I am going to do my.
That helped me really hurt, though.
Yeah.
This is from the heart magic.
Alright.
Daddy magic!
I'm still flanking, right? Because Marcel's on the other side?
Correct.
Okay, sick. Good. I want advantage. Hammer is 24.
That'll hit.
And then unarmed strike is a nat 20.
Yes!
2 criticals in a row.
Juicy nat 20s!
Alright, so that'll be for the so I'll roll it all at once. And I got 2 4s. Okay, so
Are you going for a killing blow, or are you knocking them unconscious?
Don't forget too that you get the 1d4 necrotic damage too.
And the 1d4 necrotic damage.
Did I also get 1d4 necrotic?
Yeah, anybody who hits him within the defiled ground.
Oh, I've missed a couple of chances to use that necrotic damage.
Okay, so
Mine would have
let
been
me
3 more
do
necrotics.
math.
Got it.
So the total comes to 17. And ooh, am I trying to kill them, or am I going to knock them unconscious? Would I have, or could I perhaps roll a perception check to see if I would have heard the help me to Damaros, since I'm right next to Damaros?
Yeah, go ahead.
16.
When that strike was there, you looked over and you saw the mouth move, and you were able to read the lips, and
Okay.
you knew what was going on.
Okay, then I will go for knocking them unconscious with my 17.
How do you do that?
I think like the first big. I think I do my first hit, and then I realize maybe killing them isn't a great idea, and so with the unarmed strike, I do like a classic knockout punch.
As you see, the goblin just and fall over on the altar, which they were standing. Well, they were at that point tied to, but I ignored most of that stuff. and,
Unacceptable.
How dare.
and kind of fall down in a puddle of their own blood.
Oh damn.
And in that moment, you also see...
No! Why is there more?
Ah, too small! They turn tiny!
Teeny tiny!
Good. We can step on them.
You see the ooze fall out of the creature, and the goblin return back to normal size, unconscious.
Is there any
Does the confusion effect go away?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I have a question. Is the ooze still around at all?
You see remnants of it on the ground.
Don't even touch it.
With that, we are going to move to...
Are you gonna say that to me, Marcella?
I can't speak.
Heck!
Are we out of combat?
No, get out of here. You're not here. Nope, you still have three...
No.
You still have 3 guards chasing you down. These are loyal guards.
Oh, I look at the guard that's in front of me, because I believe it's my turn.
Yeah.
I can go in there and make sure that your boss lives. Or you can get in my way.
Roll persuasion.
You're rolling like absolute garbage tonight. That is an 11.
This guard in the front signals to the back, says, "I got this," and that's not the right one. Dang it! These
Nobody
two guards take off, running this way, and as they open the door, you see crumbled rocks across the courtyard in a day, because you do have that range. You would see crumbled rocks that had moved across the courtyard, and most of these guards at this point are fleeing.
I make a mental note of this,
Mm-hmm.
and I look at the guard and I say, okay. And I am going to run at him. So I'm in range, and I'm going to do a 2-weapon fighting to attack him first with my short sword and then with my dagger.
Go for it.
Short sword is a 15 to hit.
That'll hit.
Awesome. I hit something. That is going to be for the short sword. That is 5 damage, and then I'm going to attack with my dagger. Dagger is a shout out to the 2 crew. That's a 7. All of these dice are going to jail. Goodbye. You lost your chance.
As you take your hits, just kind of throwing hits with him, and you guys are pretty much like locked in combat as you guys are fighting. That will take us to Marcella. Ah.
Well, I'm gonna come out of the room. What, that gets me
5,
feet,
10, 15, 20 is right there.
Cool. This is upsetting. Did Nade move forward at all?
I did. I moved forward to engage in combat with him.
Yes. Yes. All right, so we're just gonna rush out the room. We're gonna bum rush this guy. We're gonna come at him. And I don't know. Hopefully bite him.
Hopefully fight him.
Oh, well, that's a 9.
Does not hit.
Oh wait, do I get? Okay. God, I'm stupid. I keep forgetting I have advantage. I don't play melee characters.
That's okay. Currently looking for
Same.
a 20 because I'm done.
Well, I don't. That's a 13.
13 hits.
No shit. Okay. Wow. Go away. Go away. 6 whole points.
How do you want to do this?
Ooh.
Yeah!
Love to see it.
Well, guys, I don't want to continue to describe this. I'm so sorry.
You
so
chose this.
chose the gross one. So
I
we're
love
gonna
it.
like rush out the door. I see the day engaged in combat. That's automatically a hard no for me. We're not about that life. And I'm just gonna rush up to this guard and I'm like front paw bump the shit out of him. And as we go tumbling forward, like I'm gonna like grapple onto him and I'm just gonna again rip his jugular out. There's not
Love
really
it.
a lot of ways you can kill somebody as a wolf. Yeah.
Are we still in combat?
That will end combat.
I'm gonna immediately run into the room, and I'm first going to attend who I think is Bol'bora.
Yeah, I was gonna do like the same thing, being right there. I was gonna like try and
I've got some. I look at Peter and I say, I have some healing if you want to check on
I
Jerkface
no, I
over
don't
here.
want to. Actually, I don't want to check on him. I would rather give you the help action here. I would rather help you here.
Unfortunately, as capable as you are, you can't really help me with this.
That's fair.
And I'm going to use some of my healing light, which has gone up to 3d6. Thanks for the level up.
And that
I am going to take away the map.
On the other guy, I guess I don't want to do a medicine check to save him yet. I just want to like see if it's possible to like bring him back to some kind of consciousness.
Magic,
just
I
like
give
assess
her
his situation.
Magic, I give her 1 hit point.
Okay, Damaros.
Dad will offer up that he does have a little bit of healing, and he can just do like 1 hit point.
I nod.
And you could like bring him up, talk to him if he causes a problem, knock him out again.
I stand behind Damaros threateningly.
Yeah, I bring Bol'bora up with 1 hit point because that's literally all I rolled.
Don't you get like 3 dice? How is that only 1?
I rolled 1 of my dice.
Oh,
I
that's
just
right.
wanted
It's one
to.
of
I
those
just
kinds.
wanted to bring her up. How is she? Is she awake when I do that?
As you give just a little bit.
I'm gonna use my other spell slot and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds. It's too risky.
Okay.
That is additional 6 points of healing.
And as you heal more, you actually notice the black ooze dissipate further and kind of turn to dust and fade away.
Is all of it gone now?
Yes.
I look at Bol'bora and I say, "Are you Bol'bora?"
Yeah, but who are you?
We'll talk when we're somewhere safer.
Okay.
And I protectively station myself by her.
If I may, I would actually like to do if Damaros brings up Pendergast.
Pendergast!
Whatever.
Goddammit! Pendergroups!
That's the only name that is sticking in my head is Pendergast.
I'm gonna put it in chat. It's Parson Pelonost.
It's
Pellenost.
Pelonost? Oh, okay, so Parpar.
Look,
So if
I have a
Damaros
whole
brings-
problem with P names in my other game. I can't have you giving me a bunch of P names too.
If Damaros brings up Pelonost, as he wakes up, I want to put my shoe on the side of his face and say, "What's up, fucker?"
As he kind of comes to, oh.
He's literally getting one
Can I roll-
point of Damaros's lay on hands pool just to pull him up.
Can I do Can I roll intimidation?
Can I give the help action? I can actually help on this one.
Sure.
This
Alright.
messed up wolf and this tiefling.
I
So
have a
good.
-1 to this roll.
I was gonna say I have a plus. Oh,
My
God.
I just wanna
charisma
be
dump stat
spicy.
boy.
Nat 20.
Yes!
It doesn't take much to shake this guy up, as he's just been through a lot. Even though you're in his torture room, and so it's you expect him to be quite immune to this. But as he kind of, I don't want to do this anymore.
I kind of grind my shoe against his face a little bit, and I say, "You're going to answer our questions, and you're going to answer them truthfully. Now, number one, what were you doing with the goblin?"
The goblin was an experiment for the Dwendalian Empire.
The fuck does the Dwendalian Empire want with bringing goblins back possessed by demons?
I don't know anything about that.
Bullshit. Tell me the truth.
I'm telling you the truth. I don't.
What were you trying to do?
We were just trying to determine how much someone can take to bring them to the point of death.
I'm sorry. You were torturing someone to the point of death for an experiment.
Can I crush his skull with my
Please,
shoe?
I look at Peter and I go, please kill him.
He has 1 point of damage, so...
But Marcella's gonna bark at the two of you, like, and with the tone, before I, like... Because now I can dispel it without using an action. Thank God.
Nice.
I've been waiting. She's gonna, like, bark and dispel this thing. Well, as much as he's the most despicable and deplorable thing, I don't think he's going to serve us well dead, when rather we could take him to somebody who could actually get more out of him than we can.
We do not want...
He doesn't have to die right now.
We don't want people to... I whisper to Marcella, we don't want them to know where we come from, remember? That was a specific request from Boffle.
Yeah,
There's no reason to let this man live.
I'm sorry, we can find other people, maybe one of the guards, but letting this man live is more harm than good.
Okay, well, tell me about the human in the cage before we go anywhere.
Yes, what is up with the human in the cage?
What did you do to the dogs? Why haven't you been feeding the dogs, you absolute lunatic?
Yes, what is up with the human in the cage?
Well, okay. The dogs... Well, they hunt better when they're hungry. So, I mean...
Okay, you
I
suck. What
squish
about the
his
human?
face a little bit more.
Well, the
The
dogs
rest of
clearly
the
suck
skin.
because they didn't catch you.
The rest of the skin
They
that's
were in
now been, like,
cages. How are they
dropped at
meant to catch
Marcella's
us?
feet,
Yeah,
she's
how-
gonna pick up and drop it on his head.
What did
They
you
were
drop on
cages.
his
How
head?
were they meant to catch us? Now tell
That
us about
guard's
the-
jugular vein.
Oh, God!
Yeah.
The
Tell us about the human.
that silly human. He's barely worth my time.
You are barely worth anyone's time, you piece of shit.
I was using him to understand how to reattach limbs. And you
Can I
look
crush his skull now?
When
I
you-
look at Marcella and I'm like, and I look at Damaris and I go, can we please let
when
Peter
you
tell
look
them?"
down, you do notice that he has a prosthetic arm.
So you are doing human experimentation to try and reattach limbs. You really think this is a good idea? You think there are not doctors that you can talk to? You know, there's people who actually
Doctors.
like study this sort of thing. The moment he scoffs at doctors is, I really want to just step.
Before you,
Roll
I
for
mean, I was gonna say, don't you have to roll for that?
Oh, probably.
You're gonna lose your shit or not?
before
It's
you
one
do,
hit point though.
Yeah, you got a hit. Before you do anything, Peter, I raise up my hand and I look down at him, and my silver eyes flash, and I say, "You have no light shone upon you. May you forever walk in the darkness you provided for eternity." And I give Peter a nod.
and okay, go ahead. Roll for attack.
Well, I
Okay.
was gonna
Do I
say,
get-
it's a wisdom save. You roll to find out whether or not you can keep your composure. Because you said you almost did it. That's what I was asking. Would you roll for that? Roll to keep your composure, or do you lose your shit and break his face?
I think Peter would have the wherewithal enough to like notice, to like keep an eye on his like friends to know if they are going to
Yeah.
stop him.
Mhm.
So like if someone wants to stop him, he will listen and he will pay attention for a moment, but he genuinely does not think that this person is worth saving.
Mhm.
Um,
I give you an approving nod after I say what I say.
Are there any other objections?
No, I mean, Marcella will throw her hands up in the air and walk out of the room, but that's for a completely different reason. That's completely different.
Okay, so roll attack with whatever your modifier is for attack. You can just use
Since
one of your
he's
weapons if
prone-
you want.
Since he's prone, do I get advantage?
Yeah, he's completely at your mercy right now. And in this moment, regardless of what happens, in the day, as he looks in your eyes, what'd you get?
I think Peter hesitates just a little too much. And I rolled an 8.
10 was the DC.
If
Yeah,
you
he gets a little, like, timid.
if you have this eye contact with me, I will Eldritch Blast him after I see what he's doing.
I think I like get a little timid and I squish his head a little bit more, but I also get a little nervous for a moment and I definitely make eye contact with him in the day.
Roll
I
the
look
hit.
at you and well, I'm gonna look at that guy because he was looking at me.
Yes, and in that moment, you feel him into your mind and shift through old memories. And you see him lock on to every dark memory he can inside of your mind, every death that you can remember.
You have no context for what I've done. And therefore you have no right to judge anyone's actions but your own. That's a 20 to hit. Dirty 20. No, actually more than that. I rolled a 19. That's a 24 to hit.
Explain how this ends.
23. I look at him and as I say, you have no right to judge anyone's actions but your own. I blast him directly between the eyes.
As you are still linked with your mind, as you blast him, you feel a sharp bit of pain. Take 1 point of psychic damage as you feel him exit your mind.
How did he do that? How did he do that?
As I assume as his face splats and there's blood, I like pick up my shoe and I kind of like try to wipe the blood off on the ground.
I immediately leave the room to go look for Marcella.
Yeah, I think I then also probably leave the room.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I look at Bol'bora and I look at Damaros and I say, could you carry her?
Either one.
Either you or Peter.
That was a nod from Damaros.
I leave you to pick her up. I kind of give Bol'bora like kind of the look of what I gave her when I'm like, we're gonna talk, we're gonna get you to safety. And I follow and to go find Marcella.
Damaros picks her up, bridal style, and then because he's already got his hands on her, holding her, lay on hands whatever is left to heal her up as much as he can.
Okay. How much lay on hands do you have?
9.
It'll take all 9. If you let it.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. As kind of the white cradle that you have going on there glows for a second. She goes, where are you taking me?
We are taking you to safety.
Nade looks back because I haven't moved too far yet, and I say, to Morden.
Okay,
Morden's waiting for us outside.
let's go.
And I go look for Marcella.
Oh, I would like to go straight to the cage with the dude in it.
I was gonna do that after I saw Marcella. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go straight to the cage with the guy in it. And
Marcella, where are you at this point?
I am a big huff, right? Big giant huff. Marcella's gonna walk out of the building, into the archery center, I guess, courtyard thing. And with bits of the herbalism kit, really, it's more for show, less than practicality. But she's gonna like make her own mushroom circle. Essentially, she's gonna lay down these bits.
Sorry, are you outside at this point?
Yes, I'm outside.
Okay, when you step outside, you notice something that you didn't notice on the inside was that it looks like a tornado has come through this place. There are guard bodies spread throughout. The wooden palisades are knocked over. The camp's tossed and turned. It looks like you were almost as if you were in the eye of the storm.
As if that storm we faked earlier was real.
Almost.
Yikes. Oh, that's unsettling. Yeah, well, that just adds to it. So she's like setting these herbs and mushrooms, and there's like leaves and whatever crap is stuck to her. She's shuffling around. Shuffling is really the best way to put it. You know, like when you see like short cartoons walk, but they make that noise when they're walking really fast.
Mhm.
So that's what's going on. She's setting this stuff around, and she's mumbling to herself. The ground is dirty. Everything is been corrupted, and we can't stay here. And she's visibly upset.
Can whoever has crackly noises mute?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I didn't realize those were audible.
But so as this goes on, she's gonna set herself in the center of the circle, and she's not really praying. She's more meditating. Really just, you know, asking the gods as a whole to, you know, please don't let this land be corrupted. Don't let it turn into don't let it turn into the bone orchard. Don't let this death and this nonsense corrupt the land as it's corrupted her home.
Okay. Yes, that's good. Sorry.
I walk out at this point, and have I ever seen you do this, Marcella?
Not unless we've had to murder somebody unintentionally.
Unintentionally?
Or like if we haven't had to murder anybody, then no, you wouldn't have. But if we like had to murder somebody who wouldn't go away, and it like became a bad thing, then you would
sit
have.
down next to you in this wreckage after taking a look around, and I look at you and I say, I see it as whose lives I'm saving, not which life I'm taking away. That man, had he been allowed to live, would have continued hurting many innocent people. What we did to him was a mercy to the victims he would have chosen. I know how you feel about this.
We've spilled corrupted blood on she's like she can't talk because I can't talk.
No.
But we've spilled the corrupted blood on untainted earth, and we don't. It's gonna happen again, and we're just gonna spread. The disease is gonna spread, and it'll be here too.
Marcella, I am made of a light.
My friend, I am not. I don't. She's gonna gesture to this new sleeve cap that she has.
I look at you and I just say, you are light enough in my eyes, friend.
I just hope that what we did here was right, and I hope that the blooming forest. I hope that it stays contained. And I hate for the goblins to experience what you've seen and what I lived through.
I nod very solemnly, knowing what you're talking about, and I say, oh, maybe if I can ever meet the Luxon themselves, I can find a solution. So far, I haven't been able to get a true direct contact, but maybe someday. And then I solemnly hold out my hands and go, uppies. Very just purely, and I pick Marcella up, put her on my shoulder, and wait for the rest of the party to join us.
We'll cut over to
While this
Peter.
beautiful exchange happens, I think, during that moment, you just see Peter sprint past in the background.
As soon as I lift Marcella up, I just see, boom!
Blue streak!
You see you see Sonic the Hedgehog.
No! Sonic the Hedgehog with horns.
Yes.
Disgusting.
Surprise, I've been playing Sonic the entire time. Just kidding. Or am I?
No.
Unaware.
I just threw my D20s in protest.
Oh my god.
I didn't actually throw them in protest. I accidentally knocked them off with my elbow, but it sounded more dramatic and fun to say I threw them in protest.
I do like
As
that.
Peter runs towards the cages, you could
Sonic.
see the cages, some of the small cages mangled and torn, and rocks had smashed through them. The dogs are now gone and no longer in the cage, and you see the door to the cage that would have had the man in it, or has the man in it, open, and in the corner you see the coat and a small lump.
So is the coat and the small lump the man? I go over to. Is it separate from the man? Is the man there?
As you walk up,
It's the lumps the man.
Is the lump the man?
as you run up
Listen, my brain is busted.
and you pull up the coat, you see that the coat was organized to look as if he was there, but the man is gone.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, I wonder if the man was ever here. While we have been here, or if he escaped earlier, or if he
I
escaped
knew I
when
should
the
have
doors
pushed
were-
it. Damn it. I should have pushed the issue.
As you're holding the coat, you feel a little bit of weight to it.
Search the pockets.
You don't really find anything.
Can I do some kind of investigation check to see what is making this coat a little weighty?
Yes.
Magic, we need to know what it is.
Why does the coat have
Jacket
weight?
of useful things. What
It's
am I
got
rolling?
pockets of holes.
Investigation.
Investigation.
I hope so.
14.
14. When you pick up this coat, you realize it's a little heavier because it's not just a normal coat, it's a hunter's coat.
Oh.
This is going to be a magic item that you receive.
Ooh.
Yay!
Congratulations!
I got a coat.
I'm going
Smell.
to send it to you on our chat.
Wonderful.
The link to it. If you can't see it, just let me know. I'll send you a screenshot.
Mm-hmm.
Which chat? We have so many.
Peter's private chat.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Spicy.
Nothing that
If it
special.
improves
Nice.
aim of Eldritch Blast, I'll pay you for it.
And it's yours. You could tell whatever you want. I'm just letting it be your secret for now because you found it.
No, of course, I'm just joking.
Okay. Okay. What are the rest of you doing? You cannot view it? I can't hear you.
My
You're
friend,
gone.
you have no audio.
You disappeared.
Yeah, we cannot hear you.
I saw that though. What?
What?
There you are.
It's because I went into a different tab, I guess.
Fair enough.
That was
dare
Let me see
amazing.
if I can.
Nope, we
No,
lose you.
you're gone again.
Am I still gone?
Now you're
I'm
there.
back. You can't look at
Okay.
it right now, okay? You just can't.
No, it just has to be in a separate window.
Oh, okay.
That was
okay.
too good.
Yeah. It's a. It is a +1 armor. You get 3 charges. We'll discuss it later.
Sure.
Are you guys headed out?
When like the party is actually all together.
Yeah, I
when
think
get
we
back
all meet
or
up.
something.
Marcella's on my shoulder. And I know Damaros is carrying
Damaros' bridal styling. I cannot think of her name.
Balbora.
Barb.
Bal'bora?
Balbora.
Bol'bora.
Bal'bora.
Balbora. I've been messing it up this whole Bol'bora.
I like Barbara better.
And he is,
Barbara.
he's just humming a soft, like, lullaby kind of thing. Just something to keep her calm while he carries her out.
That's so sweet.
Can I make a joke?
What's the joke?
Go for it.
Peter?
I quietly lean over to the day and I say, "And a Delphi, right?"
What is Dilthy?
We'll talk later.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, Marcella's just gonna laugh so hard that you think she's gonna fall off today's shoulder.
Why is it? Why is
Yeah,
it
no,
funny?
I
I
also-
don't understand.
I also
Why is it?
intend
Why is
to
it funny?
consult.
Why is it funny?
Or flop
I'll tell
over
you when
some
you're
on your
older,
belly,
and I wink at her.
I am so much older than you.
I'm gonna roll over on your shoulder, so I'm just you would think it's a tiny sack of potatoes. And I'm just gonna pat your back really hard. It's
God.
okay, it's okay, we'll explain.
What
As
is happening? And as this happens, we're leaving to find Morden.
as you see the characters walk down, laughing, it fades to darkness, and we will go ahead, for sake of brevity, not make you hex crawl all the way back. Head back to Urzin.
With Morgan?
Yes,
Morgan.
yes, you meet up with him, and he guides you on the way back, getting you to Urzin because it is moving. It is a moving tortoise. It has moved with a few days, but he's able to kind of track it.
Sexy.
And would
to
you
see it.
head straight to the Lord's Lord Balful?
I would
I-
imagine so.
Yeah, buddy.
I would like to check in on Bol'bora before we do, because I'd imagine we've been traveling with her for a bit, and
Absolutely.
I would imagine maybe on one of the days we were traveling, because I know it took a little bit. I sit next to her, maybe at a campfire or something. I say, "You are absolutely not obligated to talk to me about this, but it would be important to know what exactly happened, just so we can make sure, one, that it never happens again. I know, and if you can't, you can't."
Well, on your travel here, did you come across a big stone?
Yes, it was very shiny.
Um,
Nate is not joking.
Did we keep the notes?
I think so. The notes that she dropped,
would you have
The-
kept
yeah,
them?
No,
the
because they would have been all gross and wet.
they were gone by that point.
Okay,
yeah. We found your notes there.
Yeah, I'm.
Dad would have kept the notes.
All right.
That's also fair.
I think actually Damaris still has them, though they are very smeared.
Yeah, I don't. Do you know my role in Urzin?
Some kind of emissary or ambassador, correct?
I'm advisor
Advisor. Knew it was
to
one of those words.
the lords because I'm able to communicate with the tortoises. The tortoises are of divine right, and I can speak with them. I had left to go gather ingredients and to commune with Trush.
Wait, hang on. You were communing with the lord that possessed you.
That has never happened before. I suspect it was because I was unable to complete my ritual. It is speaking with Trush is like having an open door to the underworld, but you have to make sure to close it, and I was not able to.
Before they captured you.
I understand.
Pelenos did not do that to me. He did worse, I would say, but
What was his aim with you?
he
You just wanted to see how much pain you could take before you almost died?
I had died.
He kept killing you.
Every day I died.
Abominable.
This is tragic. I'm gonna cry.
Absolutely
But the
abominable.
reason that he took over was because you did not complete the rite to.
It was my third death. I had started to look a little forward to them, and I don't know. I don't remember anything after that.
Understandable.
And you don't have to.
Thank you.
I
I would like to bring her a mushroom because Marcella does not do emotions sometimes. And again, due to like misconstrued Feywild regular world things, this makes you happy, yes?
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Peter, go ahead.
Can I, considering my mother is a demon lord, can I roll a religion check to see if I know anything about this
Sure thing.
particular, about Trush?
Trush.
That's a 5.
Oh.
I've never met him.
I would say you don't recall much on Trush, but you do remember that shadow demons are fiends that were prevented from reforming in the abyss, and that they most often help with mortal magic.
What were you summoning him for?
Well, there are many gods in Exandria, and sometimes I speak to them to get advice on the Dwendalian Empire. Your actions here, when I return, the Kryn dynasty will notice that you've done this.
We specifically were chosen so that it was not traced back to you.
The Dwendalian Empire will not
It will
know.
not be traced back to Erzin.
Oh.
But the Kryn dynasty has eyes everywhere. I would just keep an eye out.
Why would they have an issue with us doing something to someone with the Dwendalian Empire?
I don't think they would have an issue, but
I don't think they are people that we want to mess around with either way.
they will try to use you to their advantage if they can.
Exactly.
That's why my advice is helpful. I help Erzin maintain some stability. We are the closest outpost to the Dwendalian Empire, and the Kryn dynasty, well, they're not the easiest going.
Do I have
That's one way
any
of putting it.
Do I have any flashes of recollection as she's talking about this?
Yeah, you remember a first life. The first battle. The Dwendalian armored plates and the Kryn dynasty plates coming to a battlefield. And the sense of power on both sides being a kind of a goal on that battlefield.
Do I remember who I was fighting for?
Fucking notes.
I believe it was
You were fighting for the Kryn dynasty at that
Kryn.
point.
Yeah, I was fighting for the Kryn dynasty in that first life.
Correct.
You're not incorrect in your assessment. I know firsthand. I know very well about both, actually. Well, as much as I can, given the circumstances.
I'm not sure I follow, but
You don't need to. If there's anything you need, please just ask.
I'm just ready to be home.
And I think
And we will
that...
get you there.
Mhm. I think we're gonna keep going. I just wanted to take that moment to kind of learn what was happening, and also, like, I think that night I pray to the Luxon.
As you sit there, you see from their cloak, the goblin reach out and hand you one of the stones from the pillar.
What is this?
It'll contact you to whoever you need. Sometimes it's a little faint, but you get one question.
I can ask.
This is... I contacted Trush through this.
I can contact anyone.
Any divine. It only works for another day or two. Its magic fades as it gets away from the stone.
Thank you. This is an honor. And that night, I hold it and I think of the guiding light of the Luxon, this primordial god who just wanted answers and to know of life before everything.
What are you looking for?
Why me?
You hear faintly, you create the history that we need.
And knowing that's the only question I can ask, I go to bed.
So, as you guys continue your way to Orzen, delivering Bol'bora to Lord Balful, are there any additional questions you have for Bol'bora at this point?
How many days of travel is it?
It would have been about 2. It took you about 2 to get there, so 2 back.
Can I ask another question of the Luxon before the power of the stone runs out?
It was a one-time use.
Ah, I misunderstood the question, the thing. Well, that's all right.
Yeah, it's okay.
It is what it is. I have nothing, so.
Okay.
Anyone else?
I don't have any questions or anything important.
Okay. With that, our players, you are all on your way to Jagao next. So this is where we're going to end it.
Okay.
We will pick up next time at level 3.
Excellent.
Yay!
At level 3.
Woohoo!
Excellent.
Books for level up.
Ooh, I get my
Books for
pact.
level up. Ooh,
I get
think
my-
I get my.
I get to make my oath.
You guys are on your way to Jagao now. You will start next session in the city of Jagao during the Festival of Merit. This will start the beginning of the Call of the Netherdeep campaign. You are officially done with the prelude.
Excellent.
We're officially done with the prelude?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Excellent.
Okay.
That was awesome.
I'm going to pause real quick. Thank you, everyone who is here, for being here. I do want to go around the horn. If you have any shout-outs for yourself, for how people could follow you, whether it's a Twitch or Instagram or a Patreon, to get Tipsy to give you one-shots, coffee. Please, this is your time. We'll start with Echo.
Hi, if you're looking for me, you can find me on just about any platform at Yes I'm Baby. If you're looking for some more D&D at any other platform, at Records of the Realms.
Awesome. Thank you. Lore.
Oh wow, you can pretty much find me anywhere, Sweet and Lore. Soon to be on Twitch. Don't quote me on a start date. Soon to be on Twitch, playing a lot of RPG games and some D&D content, or take my Mac making worldwide. But in the meantime, you can find me on TikTok making all sorts of D&D related shenanigans. Or you can find me here on the Discord on Friday evenings with Cartographer's Corner.
Thank you. Evelyn?
You can find me on Tumblr at Evelyn_sometimes, and there is also a link to my art blog where if you have D&D characters that you want a portrait of, I do commissions. You can also find me at Twitch, on Twitch at twitch.tv/Evelyn sometimes. I will be doing mostly Wednesdays and Fridays, but I don't have a concrete schedule yet. Come and check me out.
And Tipsy.
You can find me on the Tikma Talks at the Tipsy Tiger. I do a plethora of story-based content with both D&D and other original characters. A lot of shenanigans. You can also find me every other Wednesday on this Mountain Shade Village Discord, streaming Date Night, where I play games with that are dating sims or have dating mechanics. Currently, I'm playing Boyfriend Dungeon, and I actually am streaming tomorrow at 7 o'clock Central, if you can hop in and say hi. In addition, like Magic alluded to, I do have a coffee page. I am an active D&D 5e DM with my own homebrew world, as well as a singer and an actor. If you have the means, and only if you have the means, please, for the love of God, you may make a donation there, and there is a list of rewards, including a singing telegram, a character building session, and as Magic alluded to, I will run one-shots, and I actually have a 2 deal special for one-shots. If you buy 2, I will give you 25% off.
If you don't have the means, do you at least have the meats?
I mean, I got the meats, man.
And of course, I'm Magic Sheeb. I really don't have any social media, so just come to the Discord. Hang
out on Tourney stream. Twitch.tv/Tourney Adventures.
This episode will be posted on Patreon Thursday by 5 p.m. EST, and on YouTube the following Monday by somewhere between 9 and noon EST. And yeah, is it Tuesday yet?
Is it well, not even Tuesday.
Is it 2 weeks? Is it 2
2
weeks?
weeks.
2 weeks.